West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live watch-along. West Indies, Bangladesh versus West Indies. West Indies have won the toss and opted to bat first. The team is exactly what I said it would be on the preview show, minus Gudakesh Motie has been dropped. And I can't say that is a surprise, to be fair. I think that's deserved. His form in white ball cricket, red ball cricket has been down horrendous. So he can have no complaints. His batting alone can't save him. He can have no complaints that Sammy and co have decided that Carrie Pierre's left-arm orthodox is more effective and more economical than what Gudakesh Motie can potentially bring with the bat. So to just give you the West Indies team, for those who haven't seen it as yet, apologies for the late start. Obviously, Hurricane is coming for Jamaica. I've got to speak to my peoples. I've got to plan certain stuff, got to put some stuff in place. So I was sorting all of that out before coming live. First ball, and off we go. Afanase tucks it into the leg side. No run. Right, let me put this team up. I've got energy right now. A game at midday means I've come into this fresh with energy. Let's see if anyone's in the chat. I'm coming into this with fresh, alive, with energy. Like, share, subscribe. Reverse sweep from Afanase. Doesn't beat the man at point, but he's able to scamper through for one. Backward point, I should say. Right, let me put this team up. Santoki just posted it on thing. One second, people. Let's put this team in the chat. Right, so Bangladesh has started with spin straight away. Nasum, left arm orthodox spinner, is starting off. So I've had a lot of Bangladesh fans say to me that, Mash, this is actually going to be flat today. It's not. That's defended down the track by Brandon King. Yes, I've had a lot of Bangladesh fans say to me that, Mash, this is actually going to be a flat track today. It's not going to be like the pitch in Dhaka. But we shall see. We shall see. Just listening to the pitch report. So they're saying best time to bat is with the new ball. There's definitely some cracks on the pitch. One thing I was thinking, though, today is that... oh, no, I'll come back to that. Nasum to King. King tucks that. There's a gap there, down to mid-wicket for one. So what I was thinking was Bangladesh winning the ODI series was far more important than Bangladesh winning this T20 series. Yes, there's a World Cup coming up, but it was more imperative for Bangladesh to try and rig the pitch to suit their strengths. Rig feels like a very kind of emotive and powerful word there, but you know what I mean, to suit their strengths, because ODI ranking points matter. Athene is on the drive, but only catches the in a portion of his bat, Nora. So it was important. It was more important for Bangladesh to win the ODI series than to win this T20 series. So if this pitch in Chattogram is more conducive to batting, it makes sense because ranking points aren't on the line, right? Both teams will be in the World Cup, and given the World Cup will be an ICC sanctioned tournament, the pitches in India and Sri Lanka will not mimic what's going on in Bangladesh anyway. So there's no need to try and rig conditions in your favor. Does that make sense? Or is that too, or is that too critical of an assessment? Anyway, the Bangladesh team: Liton Das, Tamim, Saif Hassan, Tawhid, Hridoy, Nurul Hassan, Shamin Hussain, Rishad Hussain, Nasum Ahmed, Tasnim Sakib, Taskin Ahmed, and the Fizz. They've got 3 seamers, 3 spinners, 4 spinners, potentially if you include Saif Hassan. West Indies have got 3 seamers, 3 spinners, not including Alec Athanaze. Dylan9363 says, what's your prediction for power play? No idea. Gosh, I don't know how the pitch is going to play. Just got to suss it out and wait and see. Anyways, Taskin Ahmed takes the new ball. So left arm spin opened up, and we're going to have seam at the other end. West Indies free for none at the end of the first over. Bangladesh have won 40-20 bilateral series on the trot. Boy, we've won five games in our last 25. Oh, that beats Athanaze on a length. On a length, bounces and moves away from him. Beaten. No run. Osprey says the amount of sweat on the players already, tough conditions to play in. So why did West Indies, those who were around for the toss, why did West Indies choose to bat first? What do you reckon? Because I've only just logged in, so I don't actually know. Do they think it's going to be harder to bat second? The mere fact that Bangladesh have picked three seamers tells you that this is a pitch that might actually have a few bit of runs in it more so. On the leg side, and Athanaze, is that pad? Dabs out into the onside. And it's by 1 run. Simon says, Mash, have you heard from your Jam family? Yeah, so without giving away too much details, yeah, well, I don't want to say everyone's all right because we just don't know. The only thing I think that we have to just watch out for in Jamaica, obviously, if there's any Jamaicans who are still online before electricity gets cut, is at the moment, the eye of the storm has not turned right to head towards the island. I'll come back to that. Ahmed in again to King. King on the cut. Stopped in the covers. No run. That's well fielded. Yeah, it's whether. So at the moment, it's like if this is the island, it's like the eye is going like that. Now, obviously, that means that Jamaica will feel the outer skirts of the particular hurricane, but it's yet to turn, which is all the meteorologists are saying that it's going to turn like that and then go over the island. If the eye of the storm comes over the island, we are effed, right? But if it continues going like that, that's best case scenario. So we just don't know. But either way, King on the drive again, uppish and over point. And he'll come back for 2. So the best case scenario is that the eye doesn't come over the island and that we'll still face like Hurricane Cat 5 winds. We'll still face some storm surge waves on the coastal areas, but the effects will be minimized compared to if the hurricane actually turns and comes towards the island. So we just have to wait and see. Tonight will be crucial. This is when we'll know what's really gonna happen. Anyways, Ahmed, he's getting a bit of bounce and purchase off this trap. And King pushes that to cover. No run. Is that the end of the over? No, one more to go. Yeah, so that's the team on the screen. Why did I agree? Why did I agree to do a 3-hour watch along? Chacha. Garth says where is it? Garth says that Shay said it's a flat pitch. Okay, that's cool. If it's genuinely a flat pitch, then I expect West Indies to win. It's rare that West Indies choose to bat first. That's the end of the over. 6 without loss. Okay. Let's update the score here. Yep. Like, share, subscribe, share this in your WhatsApps, share it in your Snapchats, share it in your TikToks, share it in your Facebooks, share it wherever you want. Anyways, new over. Who's that bowling? So they started with a left arm seamer, and it's Shakib, left arm seamer coming in. I don't even know who some of these Bangladesh men are. Simon says, do you guys really think West Indies are sixth in the world for T20s? No, I think we're seventh or eighth. If as things currently stand, if West Indies get out of their T20 group in next year's World Cup, then that's a super achievement as things currently stand. That's how little I rate our T20 side. All right, this Tasnim Shakib guy, he's not a left arm seamer, right arm seamer. He looks like he's fighting himself when he's running up to the crease. You know how some bowlers don't have a natural running action. This first time I'm seeing this Tanzim Shakib guy, he don't run properly. He runs like his whole body is uncoordinated. They need to get some cricketers on the athletics track, and just actually learn how to sprint. Just onto leg side. King's happy to just tuck that. There's protection out there. That's one. YXL Tulsa says, do you agree with dropping Multi? I've got no issue with it. I've got no issue with it whatsoever. Multi's his form's been bad. We just have to call it as it is. For somebody who is picked as a premier spinner, his form just hasn't reflected that. So I see it as similar to Craig Brathwaite, right? No matter who you be, if your form's dropping off, you got to hold a drop, I guess. And that one doesn't be the man on the 45. Should have been put away that by Alec Athanaze. Run. How many? 2 runs off this over so far. 2 runs off this over. 4 balls bowled so far. Dylan said, should we have opened with Hope instead of Alec? No, remember, I'll come back to that. Tazim. Oi, nearly gets him LBW there. And he's, oh, what on earth? That was a run-out opportunity as well. Shambolic cricket. There was an LBW shout. Athanaze then slipped. The man at point, then, Athanaze was out. Like, the man at point had an easy shy at the wicket, somehow missed. They've run on the misfield. What on earth was that? This is why both these teams are shit. That's out for a start. Wait, was there an inside edge there? Oh, inside edge. Right. Lucky. Inside edge onto the pad. Athanaze wasn't even in the flipping. That was rubbish cricket. King on the swivel pull, able to connect and 4. Rubbish fielding down there. Rubbish fielding down there at deep backward. Deep square leg. And that's a boundary. 13 without loss after 3. King didn't quite catch all that, but listen, it don't matter. As long as you get the boundary, who gives a damn? 13 without 3 after 3 overs. John says, why can't Django get a game? Good point. If you watch the preview video I did yesterday, I said that I could see a situation where Django plays instead of either Athanaze or Chase. It hasn't materialized. I think there is definitely an argument to say that Django should get a go at some point, but it just hasn't materialized at this point in time. Where's that thing? There he is. Let's put up on the screen there. New over. Taskin comes back. 2 off his first over. Athanaze advances down the track. No bat on that. Bounce beats him. No run. It's definitely bounce on this wicket. Yeah, so who asked me about Athanaze? The reason why Athanaze is opening, remember they picked him to open against Pakistan, and didn't he score a 60-something in one of the games in Florida? I think it was 60-something. I was there, so I should know. So that's why Athanaze is opening, because he opened with Evan in Florida and did all right. So then they're not going to move him, are they? Anyways, Taskin back into Athanaze. Athanaze on the big pull, straight up in the air and safe. Safe. He didn't catch it properly. Had height, didn't have distance. There were two players in the circle running to catch that. No one put the dive in. If they'd put the dive in, I think they have a chance of getting it. But I'm not sure what Athanaze was actually trying to do. It's just up in the air. Like, I don't. No one put the dive in. That's bizarre. This has been rubbish fielding from Bangladesh. Yeah, and Taskin's pissed because there were two guys there. At least one of them should have put a dive in. Anyways, Athanaze gets away with it, 2 runs. Oh my God, Athanaze, what's he doing? Cuz. Anyways, he gets a wide. Yes, West Indies 16 without loss after 3.2. Taskin bustles in again to Alec Athanaze. Athanaze, short arm pull. And that's straight through the mid-wicket region for 4. That's actually a very good shot there by Athanaze. Picked it up really quickly and smashed it through the mid-wicket region. Yeah. You got to go fuller than that. That just sat up. 4 runs for Athanaze. He moves into double figures. He's on 10. How will Taskin respond to that? You've got to go fuller. Juventus have sacked head coach Igor Tudor after 8 games without win. Okay. Taskin into Athanaze again. Is that wide? Yep, wide again. Taskin's radar is off at the moment. Pravan says, do you see Ramon Simmons getting a game? Nope. Unless there's an injury, I don't see him getting one. I've got no issue with that as well. Unless if West Indies were 2-0 up in the series, then I could see them making changes for the third game. But otherwise, I don't see him getting a game without an injury taking place. Or similarly, if West Indies were 2-0 down, I could see them making changes just to have a look at some players. 2 wides in this over so far. That's wide again. Well fielded by Das to stop a boundary. So far, we've had 6 balls in this over. Only 3 of them have been legitimate. Long over here from Taskin. West Indies are 22 without loss. And we've only had 3.3 overs. Good over this for West Indies when you add in the wides. Right, Taskin needs to adjust his radar. He's bowled 3 wides down the leg side. 1, 2, 3. He's gone for 9 in this over so far. Only 3 legitimate balls have been bowled. This time he's a bit straighter. That's well played by Athanaze. Waits for it, cuts it on the back foot, pass backward point for 4. Another boundary for Athanaze. He moves to 14. Good over this by the West Indies. They now move to 26 without loss. Dylan said need at least 60 in the power play to be in the game. I disagree with that. West Indies' strength, remember, is their ability to make up runs at the back end in the last 5. If I'm not mistaken, when you look at the figures, in international cricket. If I'm not mistaken, West Indies are top 3 in the world for. They might even be number 1, but they're certainly top 3 in the world for runs in the back 5 overs. That one tucks Afanase up, takes some pace off it. No run. It's 26. Final 1 ball left of this over. We've had 7 balls in it so far. Oh, so 8 balls, in fact. Final ball of the over. Taskin Ahmed's been a licorice all sorts over from him. West Indies 26 without loss, 3.5 overs bowled. What will Taskin serve up? That delivery with pace off was good. Will he try something similar? It's gone round the wicket. Afanase catches the top edge of the bat. There's no one down there at backstop. Is that 1 bounce 4 or has 1 bounce 4? So another boundary for Afanase at the end of over. Super expensive over there. How much off that over? 12, 14, 17 off the 4th over. Taskin getting licked down. And West Indies move to 30 without loss after 4. Did I say West Indies getting licked down? Bangladesh getting licked down. Alec Afanase 18 from 15. Brandon King 8 from 9. We're moving. We're moving. Supposed to write some articles today, you know, but this match is on. Oh, bomber clot. Right. Yes. Welcome to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. I'm one half of the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, Machel St. Patrick Hewitt. You don't know the done know. You know how we do on the Caribbean Cricket Podcast by now. Where has Sheldon Cottrell disappeared to? I think he's playing like seniors cricket, if I'm not mistaken. Like all of those kind of Legends leagues and senior type cricket is where he is at this moment in time. Simon, have you got the dates yet for when West Indies are next in Ireland? I think the women's team. I'm trying to look at like tickets and stuff like that. Anyways, the Fizz is in. Try and bring back some control. His first over. They've made 3 bowling changes already in the first, 5 overs? Yeah, big up SOS Music Label. Bless up. If you okay, thanks, Simon. Much appreciated. King, there's no one at point, so there's deep point fields that. King picks up 1. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Simon works closely with Cricket Ireland. Big up, Simon. The CCP community has been a great thing. Without CCP, I would never have even met Simon. This has been the beauty of forget all the stuff that we do, like episodes and stuff like that. The best thing about CCP has been the interaction with the community. Speaking of which, people, if you want to join the CCP Discord, become a patron. There's healthy chat going on in the Discord right now. So yeah, you can become a patron by joining our Discord, people. Afanase stabs that into the offside for 1. So yeah, Simon. So Simon is saying that Cricket Ireland are getting their budget confirmed before the end of the year. Since meeting Simon, I think I've been to Ireland now. I met Simon on which Ireland tour was it? Oh, it was when the Academy. I think it was the Academy. I think when the West Indies Academy went out to Ireland, the first time I would have linked up with Simon that was at Stormont. Went back to Ireland this year for the ODIs and T20s. And as we understand it, the women's team will be over in Ireland next year. So I will be looking to get over to whether it's in Belfast, whether it's Dublin or whatever. Where was that ground I went to? I'm trying to remember, where was the ground for the T20s? What was that little Breedy? That's it. How Breedy? Yeah, so Breedy and Clontarf was where I was earlier this year. So I've now been to Stormont, Clontarf, and Breedy in Ireland. So down the wicket there by King doesn't get full purchase on that, but there's no one down there. They've had to chase that mid off and mid on. 2 runs for King. Yeah, when I picked up Akeem or Geese helmet, he looked like he wanted to. It might have been Teddy Bishop, actually. I think it was either Teddy Bishop or Akeem or Geese. I went up to one of them, whichever one of them it was. I was like, "Oh, can I borrow your helmet? I'm just filming some stuff with Simon for CCP." Whoever it was, whether it was Teddy or Akeem, they looked at me like I was a bag of sick. But anyways, this all love. King down on one knee, wants to tuck that. Fine. But doesn't connect. End of the over, 34 without loss. Only 4 off that one. One more ball left in the power play. So Brandon King is on. What's he on? Is he on 11? Wait, I'm just waiting for the scorecard to update people, and then I'll put an update in the thing. As I understand, I think King's on 11, Athanase on 18. I'll fix that in a minute. Athanase is on 19. Tell a lie. Anyways, Nassim back into the attack. Athanase down on one leg, sweeps. But there is a fielder there at square leg. No run. Again, Athanase can't get anything on that. He wants to drive that down the ground, but it's fielded at mid-on. No run. Current run rate, 6.38. On the back foot this time. No, well, stopped by the field in mid-on, but they're able to scamper through for 1. Brings Brandon King on strike, 35 without loss. So I wrote funny enough, I can see Osprey speaking to Simon in the chat about any Cricket Island games next year. No run again. So when that boy Doms has his first accounting exam. Get back to that in a second. King backs away, doesn't connect. Another dot. 1 run only in the final over in the power play. King's going to go for a big shot next. Big up that boy Doms. All the best. Bless ups for your exams. Everyone send their blessings through to that boy Doms. You know, we put the blessings up. Blessings come. Prayers up. Blessings come down. Catches the inside edge. No run. 1 run only off the 6th over. Rate that power play, people. West Indies 35 without loss at the end of the power play. Slow going economy. Run rate, 5.83. At least we haven't lost a wicket, but this is slow going here. Let's see what we can do outside of the power play. Yeah. Prayers to that boy Dom's blessings come down. Yeah, so I wrote an article recently where I spoke to Johnny Gray, spoke to Jimmy Adams, and there's something interesting came up in the midst of all of those interviews. I've got to pick my words carefully here, and I'm deliberately not attributing them to any one person, but this concerns Cricket Island, actually. And in the midst of our conversations, something that came up was that it was suggested to me that there could be a situation in the next 2 to 3 years. Basically, I'm trying to pick my words very carefully here. the implications or indications, I should say, to me were that if we leave it up to India, England, and Australia to safeguard the game, come back to that, outside the power play now, and Athens tucks that round the corner for one. If we leave it to the big three to safeguard the game, the indications is that they ain't going to safeguard anything, and that they are hell-bent on just safeguarding the game for themselves, right? And as things currently stand, there is a strong indication that unless things drastically change, there is a strong indication that within the next 2 to 3 years, Ireland, Afghanistan, and Zimbabwe, come back to that. King wants to go down the ground. Has he got enough on it? 6. First maximum outside the power play. King. Oh, it's a leg spin. I didn't even realize Rashad was on. Bear in mind that Rashad Hussain was laying down us in the ODI format. It's got a big bash deal and all of that. But anyways, King takes him downtown for a 6. Yeah, so Rashad back into King. This one's drifted down the leg side. King squivels on that. There's a fielder at deep square leg for one. So yeah, what was suggested was that in 2 to 3 years, unless things drastically change, Ireland, Afghanistan, and Zimbabwe will be given the option to keep full member status, but basically never play tests again. And if that happens, that's basically them done. So something, boy, we're entering a very interesting period of international cricket. Anyways, oh, that's well played by Athens. On the back foot, nice little fine cut. Third man was up inside the circle, but Athens managed to play it just outside him. Cute little cut there from Athens. Deliberate. Badri says it's a bottom edge, but I think that's a deliberate shot. Anyways, 4 runs. Yeah, you got to attack this leg spinner. You can't let him just... We saw in the ODIs that if you let Rashad Hussain just get into a pattern of bowling, he's going to lay us down. So I like that they've taken him for a 12 already in the first 4 balls this time. Dabbed round the corner for 1. 13 off the over so far. Final ball of the over. King, is gone. Oh, I thought that was out, you know. What's going on there? Was that pitched outside the line? Looked pretty adjacent to the stumps for me. They're having a discussion. They're still discussing. 4 seconds left. Still having a discussion. Time done. They don't go for the review. That looked pretty plumb to me. What happened there then? Did that pitch outside the line? I want to know what that convo was about. I need to see a replay of that. It was getting weird out here. Osprey says the reckoning is coming for the poor way that the 4 billion windfall of ICC broadcast money was distributed. Yep. Next few years will be tough for everyone. Yep, exactly. Which is why I think India, Australia and England will just turn inwards and protect themselves and just say F everyone else. Alistair Hargreaves, I'm still waiting for that replay of that LBW decision, or not out decision, I should say. Alistair Hargreaves says, hi, mate, England cricket fan here. Love the content. Not always easy to keep up with how other teams outside the big 3 are doing. So your channel, hold on, I'll come back to that. Right, okay. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, that's not out. King's back leg was actually outside the line of the stump, so I can see why that wasn't given. I think that would have been sliding past the stumps, to be fair. So, you know what? That's why I'm not an umpire. Yeah, that's outside of impact, outside of, yeah. Who's bowling? Tanzim. Afanese dabs that down to third man for one. Right, so back to Alistair. So it's not easy to keep up with how other teams outside the big three are doing. So your channel is a great information source, great entertainment. Yeah, thank you, Alistair. Much appreciated for the support, man. Yeah, really appreciate it when people support and show love, man. Now, in fairness, granted the current run rate is only 6.68, but Afanese and King have given a platform for everyone else. So, bottom half of the bat deflects off his pads. Oh, no, run through for one. So the 50 is up after 7.3 overs. Where we've now entered the stage, get in the comments, people. We've now entered the stage where we have to start to think who comes next. Given they've set a platform, does Hope come next, or do they send someone like a Rutherford or Powell and say, just get a move on? Or do you just have to trust that Hope should be the next batter? What would you do, people? Athanaze, top half of the bat, high in the air, 6. Went to leg side, deep backward square leg region. But Athanaze actually just helped. It wasn't even the top edge of the bat. It was actually just well timed. It's actually a very good shot by Athanaze. I have to rate it. Next one. Dabs it. Third. Oh, yeah. Beats point. Gets one. So I was just updating the score. So that's the score, people. 57 without loss. This Rahul guy back again. Allow us. I just had to ban him. He was getting weird out here. I had to just ban Rahul. Dark Knight with the super chat. Thank you, Dark Knight. He says, good power play score by West Indies on a bang slow track. I don't know if it's slow, you know. It was definitely not low. I wouldn't say it's completely true, but I don't know if I'd call it a slow track. Thank you for the super chat, though. Osprey says Powell should come next. Jay says Hope. Dylan says Shafane. Yeah, I'm just... If these two are still batting after 10 overs, I think you have to send Powell or Shafane Rutherford and maximize on the start and almost treat it as a free wicket. And then if one of them gets out early, then you send Hope. I just don't think if you've had your openers set a platform, I think you have to send in a power hitter next. And therefore it has to be Powell or Rutherford for me. Depending again, I guess depending on right hand, left hand. So if King is out, you send Powell. If Afanase is out, you send Rutherford. That's what I would do. And then Hope comes in if there's a quick wicket that falls next after that. Sorry. King swivels on it. Pulls. Drops short of the man at deep mid wicket. 1 run. Jay says, is this a good score based on the pitch? No idea. I don't think anyone can tell at the moment if this is a good score or not. We just don't know. Sava Singh says 175 will be decent. Bowls him. Dunce shot from Afanase. He was through the shot. Afanase was through the shot before the ball even came to him and ends up just playing it onto his stumps. Swivels wants to go with the reverse sweep and just ends up just basically dabbing it onto his ricochet from the bat pad. Didn't even get any bat on it. Feels like it's gloves pad onto the stumps. Anyways, Afanase is out. Afanase goes for 34 from 27. That wasn't even a good delivery from like who comes in? Yeah, Hope comes in. Okay. Probably be right. So they've chosen to bring Hope in. Probably because the leg spinner is bowling. Oh, what have I done there? That's wrong. Osprey says, standard Afanase innings there. He looked good until suddenly he doesn't. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. The thing is, we don't know. To be fair to West Indies, at this point in time, we actually don't know how this wicket is truly playing. This is one of those things, Hope forward and immediately pushes that delivery down to long off, for one. That was a dunce dismissal, you know. The thing is, right, where do you lot stand on reverse sweeps? Like, I get it, right? I get it. It takes the bowler out of their stride. It gives you new scoring options. And if it comes off, it looks brilliant. But so that shot from Afanase King chops that down to deep point for one. So that dismissal there for Afanase, he could have just played that conventionally and pushed it down the ground for one. Like, am I just an old uncle when I see things like that and just be like, do you have to do it though? Like, I guess the thing with the reverse sweep dismissal is it looks good until it doesn't, and then you just look like a dunce. So maybe it's hindsight to say it's a dunce shot. Simon says we have to wait, but I don't think King and Afanase time the ball well at all. I agree. And that might be due to the pitch or poor batting. That's the thing. I don't think we know yet if Afanase dismissed for 34 from 29 balls. We don't know yet if that's the type of pitch it is. Until Bangladesh come to bat, we just don't know if actually that's just the nature of the wicket. 774 Colin says, I think West Indies team is behind the world in relation to sweeps. I agree. And reverse sweeps. Alec is one of our only players that's comfortable playing it. I say allow him. Yeah, do you know what? I don't disagree. And this is what I'm saying. It's easy to criticize somebody who gets out to the reverse sweep because it looks dunce whenever it happens. But Alec is the old. I agree with 774 Colin in that of all the players that play it in the region, Alec is probably the most comfortable with it, as in it feels like it's actually a natural part of his game rather than him trying to reinvent a shot, if that makes sense. Is that the end of the over? So end of the ninth. Sorry, I didn't even realize. End of the ninth over. West Indies 62-4-1. Who's in now? Oh, Rishad is back. Thing is, Rishad only has 2 more overs left. I am not against West Indies treating him with respect. Just over the cover fielder. Thomas Miller, my issue with Alec isn't that dismissal. It's the fact that he's always getting in and then out. He doesn't have a domestic century since 2022 yet. On the back foot, is there a man out there? Yeah, there's a sweeper cover fielder. It's only one. Yeah. Yeah, Badgery on comms just saying it's actually a dry wicket. So he's saying it's not actually that true of a wicket, young Badgery. Tucks it fine, Hope. I reckon, bear with me, hear me out, people. 160 might be a winning score on this wicket, you know. If West Indies can even get there. 160 might be enough. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows, man? Hope, down on one knee, down the ground, 6. Down the ground, well over long on. Hope gets a maximum. West Indies move to 17 for 1. I'm going to say something, right, about young Badgery in a second. Oi, that one nearly bowls him. Boy, the quicker one from Rishad. Hope did well. Hope did well to adapt to it. I thought I bowled him down, but Hope survives. It was Nassum. It wasn't even Rishad. Jaja. For anyone who's Muslim in the chat right now, I've always wondered this, and if you think I'm ignorant for saying it, by all means call me ignorant, but it's a genuine question. You see when some of the like Muslim dons color their beard, is there a reason for that? I've always wondered that. Any Muslims in the chat, can anyone enlighten me? When they color the bottom part of their beard, is that in relation to something particular that I just don't know about? I've always wanted to ask that question. Someone enlighten me on my ignorance. Or is it just, it can't be fashion. There must be a reason, surely. Oh, Ali Haider says it's nothing to do with the religion. Okay, fair enough then. Okay, that means I'm not ignorant then. Thank you for that. DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ. Everybody knows say Bravo or champion. Right, okay. West Indies 70 for 1 at the halfway stage. We're probably having some sponsor-based drinks break, so nothing really going on. Anyways, Badgery. I forgot to make my point about young Badgery. Is Badgery? I think. Okay, Bish is number 1. Bish is our best commentator, I would say. I think Badgery is the second best commentator in the region. What do you think about that? What do you reckon about that, people? I actually think when you actually break it down and listen to young Badgery, I actually reckon he's the second best commentator we have in the region. What do you lot reckon about that? Assuming that most people would say Bish is number 1, I think Badgery's number 2. Let me know what you think, people. Right. Mash, how are West Indies contract salaries not public information? Shouldn't they be? The BCCI, ECB, Cricket Australia always put out how much a contract is worth, match fees, etc. Why is this info not public? Yeah, that's a good question. And maybe, to be fair, SP, maybe the point is that it's up to people like me to actually directly say at the next. So, okay, do you know what? Next press conference that Shallow and Bascom do, I'm going to ask that question directly and get an answer for you. Shot, swivel pull by King, flat bat 6 over mid wicket. Who's this bowling? Rishad getting licked down there. So lots of you debating right now. So the reason why I think Badri is number 2, right, is because if you actually take away your particular bias around the Trini accent, if you have one, if you actually listen to what Badri says, I actually think he really breaks the game down well for you to understand. Carlos is up there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that like, oi, that one beats me outside of some. I'm not saying that means that Ganga ain't good or Carlos ain't good, or if you like Nikhil, that Nikhil ain't good. I'm just saying that I think Badri is the most underrated. I've got a lot of time for Carlos, though. I think Carlos, remember, Carlos has only really been in the game in the last 18 months. That one pitches and turns away from King. You know what, King? You've already got a 6. Just respect what Rishad is doing now. You've already taken for a 6 and just start dabbing some 1s and 2s. I think Carlos really breaks the game down well, but he's young in this thing still. I think Badri's number 2, you know. King that time does chase it and is able to just pull that down to mid-on for 1. 7 off the over so far for Rishad. Off Rishad, I should say. The only thing I would say, and I think I said this on maybe a live call-in show a couple of months back, or maybe it was on a video, I don't know. The only thing I would say, and I'll come back to it in a second. It's well bowled by Rishad. Hope he's able to poke that to point for 1. 8 off Rishad's over. One ball left in Rishad's over. We've taken him for 8. I'll take that. You don't need to go for a big shot next. Just if there's one to be dabbed, just dab it. Take 9 off Rishad and we're moving. It's quite all right to just respect him off this last ball. Unless it's in your slot, do not go for a big shot. King hoiks it. There's a protection down there at deep long on, and there is the single. King's been out there for a long time now, going at just what 101 strike rate. Anyways, 79 for 1 off 11 overs. They're setting this up nicely though for the back 5. You still got, remember, you still got Rutherford, albeit Rutherford is drastically out of form. You still got Rutherford and Powell to come. Even Holder, who's got long levers and is actually a bit of a power hitter these days. So you still got, and Romario Shepherd's in the team. What am I talking about? So you still got bare man that can capitalize at the back end. Right, 11 overs gone. Rishad's only got 1 left. Fizz is back for his second over. Oi! Good bouncing carry. Nothing King fishing at that one. There was somebody was saying something. Did I star it to come back to it? Let me go find it. Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, I didn't finish my point. How raunchy! It's getting raunchy out here. Fizz. King wants to swivel and pull that, but again, Fizz tucks him up, no run. Daraz Ali, that's a raunchy statement. So that's really raunchy. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave that statement up there though, because it's 12:55 in the afternoon in the UK, and sometimes you just have to have raunchy chat as we approach 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Daraz Ali just bringing the raunch. Right, okay. Fizz, third ball of the over. Guides that one to point. Did he get a single for it? Nope. Dot again. Marlon says, who I don't like is the loud Bangladesh commentator. Which one is that? It's not Ataf. Who's the one that always comes to the Caribbean? Ataf, can't remember his surname now. Ataf Ali? Is that his name? I don't mind Ataf, you know. King finally gets back on ball for a single. Mid-wicket, wants two, only gets one. What I will say, and this, I do think this is a bit harsh. Let me write a note to come back to that point about commentators. What I will say is that I noticed it in the ODI series, and I couldn't work out if the Bangladesh commentators were so positive about their team because the team's crap and that they wanted to speak them up, or if they didn't understand that they were playing West Indies who are rubbish. Like, so sometimes when the Bangladesh commentators were bigging up their side, it's like, you do know who you're playing though, right? But I just hope that's good shot by Hope. But anyways, deep point covers that one. So I couldn't work out if the Bangladesh commentators were bigging up their side because they think West Indies are good, or if they were bigging up their side because they're just home-based commentators, or if they were bigging up their side because they were like, well, Bangladesh are subpar, so it's important to boost these guys when they actually win a match. I couldn't tell. Wait, who is this? Who's this guy spamming? Let me. King, uppish, but there's no one there at cover. They'll come back for one. Only 3 off Fizz is over. Good over there for Bangladesh. West Indies 82 for 1. Who is this Bangladesh commentator that you're talking about who's too loud? Or who shouts? Any Bangladesh fans watching this right now? Who is the one? It's not Attar Ali Khan. Who is the one that shouts a lot? I've left that comment up there for people to read from Sumit. I think that's an interesting comment. So they're saying. I'm going to start listening properly to the comms to work out who is the guy that's shouting. Taskin Ahmed is back for his third over. King on the swivel. Gone. That's taken at deep square leg. And King is gone for 33. Who's come out? Who's that? Is that Rutherford? 82 for 2. So here's the thing with King's dismissal. Who's coming out? There's Rutherford, right? Oh, my internet's playing up here. Oh, no flipping wonder. 1 second, people. This might... Okay, there might be an issue with my connection in a second because I've just realized I'm connected through my phone, which is not ideal. Yeah, I'm back. I just connected. I just realized I was connected through my phone, which is why that was not ideal in the slightest. So I might start lagging for a bit, people. 1 second, people. I'm going to start doing some stuff. Bear with me. I'll be back in a... Well, I'm still live, people, but I'm just sorting some stuff out in the background. Is that another wicket? Rutherford up in the air, gone. His horrible, horrible, horrible form continues. First ball duck. Rutherford, yuck, yuck, yuck. This guy's form in 2025, yuck. I didn't even get time to settle myself for his innings. Man just said first ball out. Oh, yuck. Oh, God, yuck. Oh, my God, yuck. Chaja. I ain't even got words for this guy right now. Man didn't even look at one ball. Just said, let me just bat up and catch this straight away. And do you not remember? Do anyone remember in I spoke about it during the Pakistan series. And I said, do you no, was it Australia or was it during the Australia series that I said that there was something off? I think it was Australia and Pakistan where I was saying there's something off about this guy's body language. Does anyone remember me saying that? And it hasn't gone away for me. This guy, like something's not right about Rutherford at the moment. Like his body language is yuck. It's like man's coming out there and he don't even... Obviously he cares. Every player cares, but he's been moving suspicious for me with his body language since Australia and Pakistan. Fam. Yes, it was Jimmy Fawcett. Rutherford who walked in that run out. Yeah, what game was that? Who remembers what game it was where Rutherford got out? He didn't even attempt to run. Like something's been off with this guy for the longest while, you know. Something's not right with him. I ain't even got time to put... In fact, no, let me try and do it whilst this match is going on. Let me try and do this. Let me see if I can find it whilst this match is going on. Bear with me, people. Anyways, Powell is in right now. Right, listen to these stats, people. I better put some... Do you know what? I'm going to put a note to remind myself. If I do a show later today, I probably won't because I'm already doing the watch along and I can't be bothered. But if I do a show later today and put a note to myself to talk about it, listen to these stats, people. In 2025, Rutherford has played 11. If we include today, let's say 12, including today, he's played 12 or he's batted 12 ODI T20 innings, right? He has an average of 14, right? Bear in mind in 2024, which was his stellar year, his average across 16 innings was 29. His strike rate this year, so he's averaging 14 with the bat. Bear with me, people. Rothman respects that one, no. So Sherfane is averaging 14 with the bat, and his strike rate is 128 in T20 internationals this year, right? Bear in mind that in 2024, he averaged 29 with the bat, and his strike rate was 140. That's T20s. Now listen to this. In ODIs this year, Shafane Rutherford, he's played 7 innings. He averages 23 with the bat in ODIs at a strike rate of 82. Yuck! His form is absolutely horrendous. If we're gonna cuss players, and if we're gonna be like, if we're gonna keep it a buck, like we can say, like people will message me and say King needs to be dropped. Okay, cool. Multi needs to be dropped. Okay, cool. Rutherford needs to be in that same conversation. He has to be in that same conversation. Right now he's a certain pick, but his form is freaking dreadful. Yuck. And then we got men like Amir Jangu just sitting on the bench. You might as well just give Jangu a game. Rather, if the backroom staff are listening to this on their burner later today or tomorrow, Jangu or Geese, whoever, someone's got to get a game instead of this guy, because it's inexplicable right now. Hope goes down the ground. That should be enough. Yep, straight down the ground. That's a great shot. Oh, it's Powell. No, it's Hope. Yes, Hope. The scorecard is suggesting it's Powell, but it's Hope who's on strike. Down the ground from Hope for a 6 there. I haven't updated the score in a while because I was looking at Rutherford's stats. I haven't actually gone back to the scorecards. Let me update that. Rishad, Hope, this time down on one knee. Flat bat 6, deep mid wicket. Back to back 6s for Hope. Sorry, people. I'm updating the score at the moment because my Rutherford rant meant I didn't update anything. So the updated score is on the screen right now for those of you who don't have a score with you. Yeah, this one just bounces and turns away. Hope negotiates that no run. Again, dab into the offside for 113 off the over so far. So if anybody bothered to watch my series preview yesterday, you may remember in that series preview that I said that West Indies in 2025 only had 3 good batters in T20 international cricket: Hope, Powell, Lewis. Lewis isn't here. So can't really be surprised at the same time that the one batter that looks comfortable thus far on this wicket is Shai Hope. He's been our one of our 3 T20 batters that actually look like they belong at the top level. So this is just follow Caribbean Cricket Podcast, innit? Just follow what we're actually saying. I don't say stuff for banter. Oh, leading edge pops out into the offside, gets away with it. That's Rodman. That brings an end to Rishad's spell. He goes 1 for 40 from 4. I'll take that. Given he started the limited overs series just laying us down and bowling down everyone, I'll take him going for 40 runs for only 1 wicket. End of the 14th. West Indies 98 for 3. Right. I think West Indies need 160 minimum if they want to try and win this match. Get in the comments, let me know. What do we need? I think we need 160 minimum. Let me get into the Discord. I just realized that I didn't create a match channel for the Discord today. So let me see if I can do one text channel. If you want to be in the Caribbean Cricket Podcast Discord, become a patron. Powell on the back foot. Can only get one in the offside. Right, yeah. Those of you in the Discord, I've just created a specific channel for the sorry, peace. I'm trying to do about 100 things at the same time. Yeah, so if you're in the Discord, I've just created a separate channel for this actual game rather than you talking in the general chat one. So go and enjoy that to your heart's content. Nassum to Hope. Hope slaps that down the ground too long off for 1. The 100 is up. So I think 160 from here is on. Whether that is enough to defend against Bangladesh or not is another question altogether. But I think 160 is on. No run for Powell. Oh, there was a super chat that I missed. Apologies. In fact, 2 super chats I've missed. So Dark Knight says 7 runs in 5 overs is still a legit number one. No one can beat that. 7 runs in 5 overs. Who is that? Who was 7 runs? Dark Knight, if you're still here, who was 7 runs in 5 overs? Who did? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Or what Dark Knight is talking about? Powell is only 3 off 8 at the moment. On the back foot, dot again. Only 2 off this over. Spinner's always been Powell's kryptonite. Powell can't make room. That when he does dab onto leg side, he'll keep strike. Bangladesh possibly won't be unhappy with that, that he gets to keep strike. Oh, sorry. Yes, Dhruv. 7 overs in 5. Yeah, sorry. I forgot. Fam, that felt like 10 years ago, that 7 runs in 5 overs against Nepal. Yeah, I've completely forgot about that. How could I forget about that? The thing is, there's so many lows that because West Indies go from low to low, you actually you get to a point as a West Indies fan where you just forget about some lows because there's a next low that comes within 2 games. So the only low I've never forgotten is the Netherlands super over chase. I'll never forget that low. And obviously Australia 27 all out is going to be a low that I won't forget. But generally, there's always a low. We still got a low coming in the T20 World Cup. We've got a low coming. So we can't escape the lows. I don't even know what the next low is that these men are serving up for me. I just know that there's one coming. Right, last 5 overs, 101 for 3. West Indies will be targeting at least 60 runs. So 160 minimum is where we need to end in this game or this innings. Bangladesh will have to go back to pace at some point. I think Powell will want to target the pace rather than spin. Tasnim into the attack. Powell dabs it and gets that's rubbish from the wicketkeeper. Gets one. The thing is, because I'm doing the watch along, it's hard for me to update Twitter at the same time. So Okie dokie. So 102 for 3. Tanzim, sorry, is on. Hope through the covers for 1. Oh, God. We still don't know how this pitch is truly playing. So this is my thing. So one of the reasons why Powell swivels on that one should... Oh, no, there's a man out there at deep square leg for 1. I do just want to remind people and give a cautionary note here that West Indies won the toss and chose to bat first. Probably, I reckon, because they want to see what the pitch is playing like. People are saying it's flat. This pitch isn't flat, right? I think par for this ground is 146, did someone say in the chat? So this is one of those games for me where if you're watching on TV, which pretty much all of us are, that's not out. That's going down the leg side and they'll get 1 leg by. If you're watching this on TV and you're not in the ground, obviously, then I think it's too easy to criticize these guys and say, oh, they're only on 104 for 3 after 15.3 overs. I don't think this pitch has played as true as people thought or suggested it was going to play. I think it's a bit too paced, this pitch, personally. Have you noticed that barely anyone has been able to time it and be fluent during the course of their innings? So Powell wants to pull that, but it's a slower ball. Just dabs it really into the leg side for onside for 1. So I would be hesitant. To say this is under par for the West Indies. I genuinely think we need to see how Bangladesh go on before we start making big announcements about... Because, for example, it would be easy to look at Brandon King's innings and go 33 of 36, match losing innings. For all we know, this is a 33 of 36 pitch. So we have to just wait and see. Let's see what they say at the halftime if anyone's interviewed. Hope, clever shot. Paddle sweep or paddle tennis shot, call it what you want. Paddle pickup goes fine and gets 4 of it. And that's actually a really good over because they'd basically taken singles off the first 5 and then cashes in with a 4 at the back end, 9 off the over. Shea Hope, like I say, one of only 3 players in the West Indies this year that have actually looked like they belong at a sub-top tier level in T20 cricket, is the only one who's got to the pace of this pitch. Hope moves to... I don't know what he's on, but he's on 30-something. West Indies 110 for 3, 4 overs to go. We're targeting 50 from the final 4. Romario Shepherd should be the next person to come in, not Jason Holder. Is it this guy? Is it the guy who's talking right now that's the one that shouts? Powell dropped it short third. Powell went with the helicopter shot, dropped it short third. I can't. It's not letting me put comments. It's not letting me put anything on the screen. Don't know what's going on right now, people, but I can't put nothing on the screen. Or misfield by Leighton Das, and they come through for 1. There you go. It's finally gone on the screen. $111 for 3. This innings has gone on for 1 hour and 19 minutes so far. 161 people currently in the watch along. Big up everybody who's jumped in at any point today. There's a couple more super chats I need to go for, actually. Fizz into Hope. Again, pushed into the offside. 4-1. There was right. What was the super chat? From Ali Haider. He says Sammy's primary job now is to send Shafame back ASAP. I presume you mean send him back to the bench. He definitely deserves to be benched. I would be shocked if Shafame plays in the next game. I would expect him to be benched for Django. Powell again wants to go for the big heave-ho. Is that wide? Nope. No. I mean, look, you've seen Powell come out. He can't get to the pace of the pitch either. Like I say, there's just a part of me which is wondering, is this pitch as true and as easy to play on as people think it is watching home on TV? No one has got to the pace of this wicket other than Shea Hope. This might not be as easy as people think. Again, doesn't really connect this time. Catches the toe end of the bat, Rovman, and it's down to long on for 1. Only 3 off Fizz's over. Fizz has bowled really well. Only 3 off this over. Fizz has got 1 more after this as well. Hope through the covers for 1. That's the end of the over. Great over from the Fizz. That brings an end to the 17th. West Indies 114 for 3. Boy, I'm now downgrading 160 down to 150. Is that par? Can anyone tell me what the par is for Chattergram in T20s, please? What is the par score at Chattergram? Someone please. I swear they said 146 is par. I think Akil Hussain will bowl well on this, by the way. Okay, so Anmol says for night games in BPL, par is like 180. Yeah, but the BPL is a match fixing league, so with respect to all my Bangladesh supporting fans and friends who might be in this chat, the BPL is a match fixing league, so I can't use BPL as my par. I need to know what international cricket, what it is for international cricket. Hope down the ground, well timed, 6. Right, so good start to the over with a 6. Interesting. So Jimmy Fawcett says BPL isn't even offered for betting in Australia. Hope shovels that one into the mid-wicket region for 1. So 7 off the first 2. Good start to this over by West Indies. But Robin Powell is yet to get to the pace of this wicket. He's on 8. He's on 8 from 17. He's looking all at sea. He's looking all at sea on this wicket, like he don't really know what's going on. I think Rodman's going to try and go for a big shot, to be fair, to try and release the pressure on him. But right, Taskin into Rodman. Something's going to happen here. Rodman wants the big shot, but can only bottom hand it down to long on for 1. Probably good to get Holt back on strike, to be fair. Yeah, let me go back to that comment from Jimmy. So I spoke to somebody who is very heavily involved in the betting industry, right? I can only tell you what I've been told. I know quite a lot of people who are heavily involved in the betting industry around cricket, and they have told me in no uncertain terms that within the betting industry, nobody trusts the Bangladesh Premier League, and they think that it is absolutely rotten with match fixing. I'm just saying what I've been told. I'm just telling you what I've been told. Hope on strike again, down the ground. But long on will field that another single. 9 off the over so far, 2 more to go. Right, Powell back on strike. Again, he's not timing it well at all. He's not getting to the pace of this wicket. But they do come back for 2. That's good running. That's good running. Bangladesh's fielding's been crap. It's been really... That's the one thing I will say. Their fielding's been rubbish. Kitty Gal says that T Sports doesn't work. Have you got a VPN, Kitty Gal? Someone lend Kitty Gal a VPN so she can access T Sports, please. Is it not Is it not on ESPN in the Caribbean? Right, final ball of the over. 11 off it so far. Powell on strike. Big shot coming. Yep. Helicopter shot, and he gets away with it. There's no one at deep third man. 2 bounces, 4. Powell releases the shackles. 15 off that over. Big over for the West Indies. And we move to 129 for 3 with 2 overs to go. Can we get up to 150 plus? I think that makes it relatively competitive. Look at me just doing 7 4s, 7 6s. I think Hope must have scored what? 5 of those 7 6s himself? Has to have done. Hmm. 182 of you in the live watch along right now. Big up for the support for the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. Appreciate it. Always love and guidance. Sorry, people, I'm waiting to update the score. I'm just waiting to... Powell's on 15. Right, so Powell's on 15 off 20. And Hope is 41 from 24. Through the covers from Hope. He might get 4 here. Might get 4. Oh, it's well fielded at deep point. They'll come back for 2, though. And who's bowling? Oh, it's the Fizz. So who's going to bowl the last one? Is Taskin going to bowl? Who's got one left? Is Taskin going to bowl the last one? Right, Nita says it's on Rush Sports with Flow Cable in the Caribbean. Hope down the ground. One-handed shot down the ground for 1. 133 for 3. 50 partnership has come up. Obviously, Hope has done most of the heavy lifting around that. Right, where's that comment from Ronaldo? Big up Ronaldo, by the way. Ronaldo says, if Hope ever gets injured, we have to pack up West Indies. I wonder how Hope goes about his training and what are the other... 100%. 100%. This is what I'm saying. I hope cashes in now on that century he got an injury. I hope he cashes in Test cricket, because if Hope can cash in Test cricket in the last 3-4 years of his Test career, 3 years, whatever it might be, he's going to go down as a modern day great. Powell shovels that bottom arm, comes back for what? Nope, just one. Well fielded down at deep mid wicket. 4 off the over so far. Fizz has been the pick of the bowlers for Bangladesh. I think Osprey said it in the comments somewhere. And it's not, obviously Fizz is a really good white ball bowler. We know this, but he's actually just stuck to a disciplined line and length. Oh, it's a big crowd on a Monday night, in Bangladesh. Bear man. People said to me, why have these games been scheduled on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Look how packed the crowd is. Bear man at Chattergram. Hope on the swivel. But again, that's fielded out at deep mid-wicket for 1. Only 5 off it. I think you just have to kind of respect Fizz here. Fizz is just a good bowler. We just have to respect it. Pace off has only gone at a strike rate of 78. Pace on has gone at 121. Have West Indies paid attention to that? Fizz has 2 left. Powell on strike, 16 of 21. Again, bottom hands that. They should come back for 2. Might even get 3. Rubbish fielding. 2 there. That fielder who was on the 45 looked like he was running in treacle. Oh, is it Taskin? He looked like he was running in treacle, cuz. Right, final ball of the over. Mustafa Zur, none for 17 from 3.5. What a spell. What a spell by the Fizz. Last ball. Bouncer, slower ball, bouncer, and it's a wide. It's called a wide. Right, so this time, reload it, Fizz. This is the final ball of his spell. Rothman Powell's on strike. I think Powell's going to go for a big shot here. There's only 1 over left. He should... well, let's see what he does. Goes for the big shot. Has he got enough bottom hand on it? He has. That's gone a long way over deep mid-wicket region. It's a 6 for Powell. West Indies 143 for 3 with 6 balls to go. Who's bowling the final 1? I think West Indies will target 20 of the final over and push this to 160 odd. And I think that's a good total on this ground to try and defend. 143 for 3. Powell with a timely 6 off the Fizz of that final ball of the over. That moves into 24 from 23. Again, if anybody bothered to watch my preview of this T20 series, did I not say the only 3 batters you can trust in this West Indies team are Hope, Powell, and Jason Holder? I said they're the only 3 you can potentially trust in this team. And right now, we've got 2 of those 3 at the wicket. To the point, actually, where if a wicket falls in this final over, I'd actually send Holder now instead of Romario Shepherd. Yeah, that was pure bottom hand power there from Powell. Now, who is bowling this final one? Oh, Tanzim. Is that a wide? Yeah, starts with a wide. Okay. So Tanzim starts with a wide. So still 6 balls to go. West Indies 144 for 3. I've done a 1 hour and 34-minute stint on this West Indies innings. Can't wait for the innings break. Right. Tanzim to Hope. Hope through the covers, but there's a man there. Do they get 1? Yeah, they scamper through for 1. Man on the perimeter at extra cover. Come through for 1. So 1 from 1. Well, 2 from 1, because obviously the first ball was not a legal delivery. Michael Jordan says, if we get 160, do you think our bowlers can defend it? I think if we get 160, we're in the game. I would never say that our bowlers... Full toss. Powell climbs into that one. Deep mid-wicket 6 again. Gives it the treatment. Powell moves to 30. West Indies 151 for free. How much have we put? Remember what I said, people? Who remembers what I said with about 6 over? No, I said, do you remember at the halfway point? Let's see if anyone was paying attention. Do you remember I said at the halfway point that if you go and pull the stats, West Indies are top 3 in the world for being able to cash in the final 5 overs? Somebody give me the final 5 overs. How many have we made of these final 5? I want to say it's at least 50 plus. Powell again. Bottom hand, pure strength, pure brutality, down the ground, 6. Shepherd takes the catch. Back-to-back 6s, 14 from the first 3 balls. West Indies 157 for free. I wish people paid attention to CCP. I wish they understood that I actually know what I'm talking about. I wish more people had watched the preview show and would be like, oh, Mash did say that Hope and Powell are the go-to guys. Right, Tanzim, his head loss. Powell again, bottom hand, power, down the ground, gone. 6, back to back. Pop, 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 pop. 20 off 4 balls. Tanzim, head loss. West Indies 163 for free. Powell said, you know what? Hurricane Melissa about to mash up my island. Let me mash up Bangladesh. 163 for free. Well, good retort there, to be fair, by Tanzim. Good Yorker. Powell can't get anything on it. So 1 ball remaining, 163 for free. I said West Indies, can we get up to 160? I said 160 really puts us in the game. 1 ball to go. If Powell can hit a 6, off this final ball. No, he doesn't. Down the ground. They should come back for 2. Yeah, they'll come back for 2. 165 for 3. Bangladesh will need 166 to win. 166 to win. If you were following me through the majority of this innings, I said I think West Indies can get up to 160 because of what we can do at the back end. West Indies are ranked top 3 in the world for being able to convert in the last 5 overs. Remember, we were 100 and I think we were 100 for 3 at the 15th over. I think we're 100 for 3. We've basically put on 65 runs in the last 5 overs, if I'm not mistaken, something to that effect. So if you were following me from the beginning of this, you'll remember I said it early in the West Indies innings. I said West Indies won't care about what they've done in the power play. They trust themselves to come good in the back 5. 165 is competitive. Last 5 overs, 63 runs by the West Indies. Bangladesh should still believe that they can win this, but now West Indies have got scoreboard pressure. West Indies have got scoreboard pressure here. So it ends with, let's just add this on, 166 for 3, 165 for 3. Rothman Powell, 44. Rothman Powell, 44 from 27. I think that's how it goes. I could have this wrong. So Nassam, 4 overs, none for 15. Taskin, 4 overs, 2 for 36. Tanzim, 4 overs, none for 47. Fizz, 4 overs, none for 24. Rishad, that's the key for me. We didn't let Rishad Hussain settle into a groove. Once the leg spinner couldn't just bowl us down, I was confident that we could cash in at the back end. 4 overs, 1 for 40 for Rishad Hussain. West Indies end on 165 for 3. 44 for 28, 46 for 28. What the blood? So Rodman is saying 175 is what they really wanted, but he's saying depending on what West Indies do in the power play could make that a competitive score. So you're looking really, Akil Hussain and Jason Holder will take the majority of that power play. If we can get a couple wickets in that power play, I fancy West Indies to win this. Yeah, so West Indies were 101 for 3 with 5 overs to go. And we end on 165. People, let me take a little drinks break. I'll be back with you shortly. Podcast merch has arrived. And I'm rocking right now the classic West Indies maroon in the CCP logo. It's looking nice. It's looking fresh. It's looking like you need to go cop one. Not just the maroon. You can also get the Look at this, people. Remember in the 1970s when the West Indies used to rock that salmon? Well, check this out. We got the baby boy, baby girl pink in the CCP colours. Go cop this one. But I'm not done. Look what else I got. I got the baby boy, baby girl, sky blue. Look at our West Indies logo. You'll see the sky blue in it, matching the sky. You gotta go get this one. The pink and the blue are in limited edition only. We've only got one of every size, from small through to double XL. You wanna look fresh for hot boy, hot girl winter, you gotta go get that now. And last but by no means least, we of course have the white. The West Indies polo is white. I thought I had to get the CCP in white as well. The classic white tee with the CCP logo. So if you want that white, you want that maroon, you want the sky blue, you want the pink, go and let me know now. CCP, new merch, we're outside. Go cop that. Cricket Podcast merch has arrived. And I'm rocking right now the classic West Indies maroon in the CCP logo. It's looking nice, it's looking fresh, it's looking like you need to go cop one. Not just the maroon, you can also get the Look at this, people. Remember in the 1970s when the West Indies used to rock that salmon? Well, check this out. We got the baby boy, baby girl pink in the CCP colours. Go cop this one. But I'm not done. Look what else I got. I got the baby boy, baby girl Imagine I just locked myself off my own stream. Jaja, I don't even know how I did that. 1 minute I was looking down, next I was looking up, stream just locked off. I'll be back though, people, 1 sec. Okay, we're back. We're back. Time for Bangladesh's response. They're saying there's dew that's going to affect the match, affect the innings. I just warmed up my dinner from last night. A nice little lamb noodles dish. I can cook, you know. I can cook. Just gonna yam that whilst I'm doing this still. What have I got back in 5 minutes? I'm back. So, Bangladesh need to chase 166. Who's favourites? Get in the comments below. Let me know who are the favourites to win this. You lot are going to watch me yam whilst I do this second half of this game. Tanzid Hassan Tamid will open. And Akil Hussain, unsurprisingly, will open the bowling. Some people pay big money. Some people pay big money on OnlyFans to watch a man eat, you know. I'm doing this free of charge. You don't even have to pay me to watch me eat. This content I'm giving you lot right now is raunchy. Watching man yam. That's raunchy content. Free on YouTube, not even on OnlyFans. I could have put this content on OnlyFans, retired from my day job. I'm bringing the raunch. Anyways, first ball, dot. Saif Hassan on strike to Akil Hussain. Oi! Into him in the mid-on fields for one. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. So we got some bit of soya sauce on this. Some ketchup on it. What else did we put on this? I don't use salt. Can't have too much salt on your food, you know, particularly with my blood pressure. Got some green beans in here, some coleslaw mix. You know, you done know. That's wide down the leg side, and that's going to be held for 6. Yeah, that's rubbish from Akil. Tanzid with a 6 off his first ball, but that was leg side trash from Machel that was given the treatment. But follows it up with a 4. Yeah, fireball, you're not wrong, you know. Soy sauce. I had to be careful. So with soy sauce, I don't put a lot in there in it. So you have to basically everything in moderation, even moderation. Yeah. I better take my blood pressure after this actually, because I reckon after I watch West Indies, my blood pressure goes up. Let me drink my coconut water whilst I'm at it as well, actually. Potassium helps bring blood pressure down. So let me just drink my coconut water whilst eating this. Yeah. Caribbean Cricket Podcast Food and Drink Channel. Right. So what's this now? Way dabbed into the leg side. Good start this from Bangladesh. Good start for these, man. 12 already off the first over. I forgot Jaden Seals was in the team, you know. And that's respected. So 12 off the first over, Akil. He lost his line for the 6 and the 4 and was punished for it. Bangladesh 12 for no wicket after 1. Who takes the new ball? Surely it's got to be Jason Holder. Robin Powell said at the halfway stage that we needed 175. All I know is I've got an appointment, like a Zoom appointment at 3:30. So whatever happens, whoever's winning this, hurry up and win it, innit? Because I've got things to do. OnlyFacts Sports. Listen, big up OnlyFacts Sports. They didn't even need to do the super chat. I would have just bigged them up regardless, even if they put a comment. Listen, people, OnlyFacts Sports. I mean, it's sports. If everybody right now short and slap through the covers for 4. Who's this bowler? Who was it? Oh, it's Seals. Oh, Jaja. Bangladesh 16. Too short. Advanced down the wicket, Tanzid. Slapped him. 15 runs off 4 balls already. Yeah, you're going to have to go fuller than that, Jaden. Even I would have slapped that for 1. Yeah, so OnlyFacts Sports people, I want everybody who's in the live right now to find OnlyFacts Sports in their YouTube and subscribe. Don't worry about what their channel's about. Just trust me. Like, I'm giving you, if I'm telling you you should subscribe, it's on good faith. Everyone go and subscribe. Every single person who's live in this chat right now, go and subscribe to OnlyFacts Sport. Every single person. Go and do it right now. Up in the air. Taken. It's a great catch. Great catch by mid-off. Who's that? Is that Romario Shepherd? Seals strikes. He comes back. Comeback delivery from Jaden Seals. Tanzim wanted to climb into it and go down the ground, but Shepherd, he's a big man. Romario Shepherd, he flung his big body. How raunchy. He flung his big body after that one at mid-on and takes the catch over his head. West Indies get 1 in the power play. That was a raunchy catch. So there was a real raunch in that catch. Well, raunchy catch. First wicket down. Romario Shepherd, like he was surprised he took that catch himself. This is West Indies' best chance of winning. Like, the best way to beat Bangladesh is to just let Bangladesh succumb to pressure. Right. So hopefully everybody subscribed to OnlyFacts Sports. So Shane is one half of OnlyFacts Sports along with Nick. So they do, I mean, primarily, I hope they don't mind me saying, primarily they cover boxing. But I think they're the best channel on YouTube. Honest to God, I think they're the best. If you're a boxing fan, I am yet to come across a channel as good as theirs that talks about boxing. And I'm talking about, I don't just mean like the kind of main event boxing. I mean all levels of boxing. You cannot find a better channel on YouTube that covers boxing than those two. I'll come back to that. Seals into the new battle it on Das defended Naram. And so for example, we've just had a big shock. Granted, this is a main event match, but I say, was it a big shock? I mean, shame. Go to OnlyFacts Sports. I'm sure they've got a video coming out dissecting it today if it isn't already out. But Fabio Wardley TKO'd Joe Parker to make himself #1 contender for Usyk, if Usyk even wants to fight Wardley. Lots of people online saying that should never have been a stoppage and that Joe Parker wasn't in the trouble that the referee thought he was in. People think that people are saying it was in Britain and that's why the referee stopped it. But you need to go OnlyFacts Sport because I know Shane and Nick are going to break that one down for me to explain to me why the ref stopped it. Should the ref have stopped it? Does Usyk even want to take a fight against Wardley? Does anyone take that fight seriously? For that fight to be big, it has to be in Britain. So yeah, so Rod says, what's the channel? OnlyFacts Sports. That's where you find that channel. OnlyFacts Sports, people. Go like, share, subscribe to all of their stuff, man. 100%. So yeah. Anyways, Seals into Das. Das hasn't scored yet. Dabs that one into the offside for 1. He gets off the mark. So 17 for 1. 17 for 1 for 1.5. Yeah, giving him room. And that's just helped into the leg side for 6. So Jaden got the wicket, but he's still gone for 11 at the end of the over. 12 off the first over, 11 off the second. Bangladesh 23 for 1. You've got to go full and straight, Jaden. If it's pace on, you've got to go full and straight. You can't be giving half trackers down the ground to anybody. What is clear is that the Bangladesh batters, yes, they've lost Tasnim, but they've got to the pace of this wicket immediately. Whereas West Indies batters, it took them a while to get to the pace of this wicket. Right, so are they going to go a keel again? Yes, they are. Need a wicket in this over, I reckon. Stops in the ground fielder at cover, no run. Akimo Geese is in the field. I don't know who he's come in for. Don't know if they said who'd gone off the field, but Akeem is fielding at cover. That's down the leg side, wide. Is it going to go all the way as well, or is someone going to come off and cut that off? Oh, it's not wide. It's not wide. Oi! That one pitches and beats the batter, no run. Okay, this is a better over from Machel so far, but to be honest, West Indies, given how Bangladesh has started, West Indies will need wickets in this power play. Dare I say they might want 3? Might be asking for too much, but if they want to try and win this, I think they're going to need at least 3 wickets in this power play. Or, sorry, if they want to put significant pressure on Bangladesh, 3 wickets. They could obviously still win this in the middle overs or put the pressure in the middle overs. Oh, there's another boundary. Yeah, reverse sweep by, who's that? Litton, 4 runs. Yep. Very easy going for Bangladesh so far. 29 for 1. 2 balls left in this over. Chopped up. Taken. One-handed by Akil Hussain. Stopped in the pitch. Litton Das wanted to defend it, but it's popped up in the air. Akil's reacted quickly and taken a one-hander on his follow-through. Wickets will put pressure on Bangladesh. Bangladesh don't deal with pressure well. It's 29 for 2. Catches win matches. West Indies have been good in the field so far. Romario took a stunner. Akil's taken a stunner off his own bowling. Bangladesh 29 for 2. They started well, but they're also losing wickets. You don't know already how Bangladesh play when they're under pressure. They crumble, collapse like a pack of cards. Let me get into my raunchy food. My food is raunchy. I'm eating my noodles. What were those 2 dogs? What film was that where the 2 dogs lipsed each other with the noodles? My food is raunchy out here. I'm just lips in my bowl with my noodles. Raunch. 29 for 2, Bangladesh. The man has a sign saying, "Love you, Litton." How raunchy. And defended. End of the over. 29 for 2 at the end of the 3rd over. Saif Hassan is on 7 from 4. Hriddoy yet to score. Yeah, Carrie Pierre should probably bowl an over in the power play. Did St. Lucia use Pierre in the power play in CPL? I can't remember. I don't want to see Seals bowl another one in the power play. Go to Carrie Pierre. Let's have a bit more spin. Or go to Holder. Yeah, Pierre into the attack. Hey! Safe advances down the wicket, catches Padnora. Touch fine for 1. Adrian says, "What's your not sure if it was mentioned earlier? What's your thoughts on Multi not being in the 11? Deserved drop." Is my thoughts on it. No issue with it whatsoever. If you're picking Multi at this point of where his game is at, you're picking him because he can bat. you're not picking him because you expect him to take wickets. And given he's supposed to be a frontline bowler, cuts, beats point, backward point, 4 runs. I finished my food. So anyone who was getting raunch out of that, your raunch is over. Goes the other side this time. Leg side. Is anyone down there in the deep? Looks like Akil has to run it himself. 2 runs. So Pierre gone for 7 so far off his 4. Might want to go a bit. I want to go a touch fuller, Pierre. That one is fuller. Doesn't give him. Doesn't give Hridoy this room to free his arms. No run. 150 plus of you in the live watch along. Big up everybody who's been in the live watch along, particularly if you've been in here from the start. And that one's tucked for 1 into the leg side. End of the over, 37 for 2 after 4. Irian Swarmy says, I think Multi should be invested in due to his potential and batting ability. Do you agree? What you have to ask yourself is this, Irian. What is Multi in the team to do? And then we can have that argument or conversation. Right, who's taking the 5th? Hussain will bowl his 3rd over. Jay, oh yeah, Jay, big up Jay. Sup, Mash? It was great meeting you in Fort Lauderdale back in August. Yeah, big up Jay. One of many people I met when I went to Fort Lauderdale to watch West Indies versus Pakistan. Big up Jay. Great to meet him. Hope you're doing well, Jay. My internet is messing up here. Adri the Lefty says Shafee needs to give us more consistent innings. I want to say drop him, but if you drop him, who goes into that slot? A left-hander. So which would mean gone. Is that gone? Gone. It's got him. It was a low-key celebration. Saif Hassan got down on one knee and wanted to tuck it fine. I don't know if he didn't realize that Romario Shepherd was there at short fine leg, but he's absolutely given a dolly to Romario Shepherd. No reaction from anyone on the pitch. Almost as if, you know those wickets where it's like, that was so easy, I don't even know what's just happened there. Saif Hassan's given it away. Remember at half-time I said if West Indies can get 3 wickets in the power play, then Bangladesh will be toast because Bangladesh are one of the worst teams in full member cricket under pressure. And they've lost 3 in the power play. Darren Sammy always says if you take 3 wickets in the power play, you basically win the match. Well, Bangladesh, they've given away another wicket. Saif Hassan is gone. And although they've raced to 38 runs, remember West Indies were, I think, 35 for none at the end of their 6 overs. All of a sudden, all of that critique about look at the pace of Athanasi's innings and King's innings, Athanase and King at least gave West Indies a foundation. Bangladesh batters have come out here looking to hit some 4s and 6s, obviously to put pressure on the West Indies. But when you lose 3 wickets in your attempts to do that, there's no pressure. The pressure's back on you. I'd rather take our 35 for none at the end of 6 overs than 38 for 3 after 4.2. Bangladesh under the pump here. Adri the Lefty says, what is your email? I have an invite for you. Who's that to? Is that to me? Or is that to someone in the chat? Again, if you watched our preview of the series, I said, please, somebody, like, because there'll be a couple of people who are watching this who are like, oh, Mash is always saying that he said this and he said that. If you watch the preview of the series, does anybody remember that I said the following players you can rely on to perform? I said Shea Holt, Rovman Powell, Akil Hussain, Jason Holder. Please, somebody confirm in the comments in case people think I'm chatting shit. Did I or did I not say that on the T20 series preview? Please, someone confirm that I said that. Please, someone, because sometimes people think I just chat shit and I don't know what I'm talking about. Bangladesh 39 for 3. Last 2 balls of the Bangladesh over. Defended, well fielded on the follow through by Akil Hussain. No run. Yeah, Jay Luke, I was speaking about this earlier on in the first innings that the Bangladesh commentators, is a bit weird. Like, some of them are a bit weird in that I feel like there's home bias with them, which is fine. You expect that. They're the home-based commentators. But sometimes I feel like sometimes that they overestimate or overpraise a Bangladeshi performance, which they're entitled to do when West Indies are the opposition. So there's been some stuff that I've heard in the course of the ODIs and even some of it today where I'm like, are you like watching a different game to me, or are you unaware of the opposition? I could be wrong, like that. Like I say, I could be being harsh. I don't know, but there have been elements of their commentary, some of them, not all of them, where I've been like, what the hell's going on here? It just feels a bit, it just feels a bit home orientated without context. I don't know. Maybe, like I say, maybe I'm wrong. Right, Jason Holder gets his over. Final over of the power play. Right, Holder to bowl the final over of the power play. Good bounce from Holder. 1 run to start off with. Right, so Shamin and Hridoy are the ones on strike. So, all things told, the Bangladesh batters may look at this and be like, maybe we should have played a bit more circumspect, like King and Afanase, rather than, oh yeah, I forgot about the email thing. Maybe we should have played a bit more circumspect rather than coming out and doing a madness. Right. Adri the Lefty says your email, Mash. I hope you're not about to send me some raunch. So the official email for Caribbean Cricket Podcast, you can send it here because I've actually created a brand new professional email for this is, I know it's brand new that I can't even remember what it is myself. Let me find it. Okay. Bowled him! Jason Holder strikes. Shamim tries to go on the pull. Holder bowls him down. Bangladesh 41 for 4. This game is over, cuz. Holder doing a little song and dance in the middle of the wicket. I don't know what Shamim was trying to do. He was trying to swivel and pull Holder to Dhaka. But Holder took pace off, takes out the top of off. Perfect delivery. Shamin bowled down. Bangladesh 40 for 4. Remember what I said yesterday, people? Who watched the preview show? Machel St. Patrick Hewitt of the Caribbean Cricket Podcast said you can trust 4 West Indian players to do well tomorrow. Hope, Powell, Akil, and Jason. I literally told you who was going to play well. Please, people, look into CCP. We're really outside. We're really out here. We're really breaking this down. Right, whoever was asking for the email, I've put it in the chat. That's the official professional email. Please don't send me raunch. Like, I don't want to see, like, I don't want toenail clippings. Allow me in it. I don't want no toenail clippings. I don't want no, like, nipple shots. I don't want to see no man's body. I don't want to see none of that in my email account. Keep it strictly professional. No raunch. No raunch sent to the email. It's a professional email account. No feet, no toenail clippings, no crack, nothing. No raunch. Holder into... That's wide down the leg side. Manav says, I'm about to get pictures of someone's big bat. Oh, boy. Big bat, you know. Nick! Oh, drops just short of Roston Chase. Holder's got this ball on a string right now. Bangladesh are all at sea. So I think I just saw, bear with me, people. So Tawhid is in the chat. Big up Sight Screen Cricket Journal, which is Tawhid people. I assume it's Tawhid anyways. So Tawhid, if it is you, I was just saying that I don't think, tell me if I'm wrong, people, because I'm genuinely not trying to be anti-Bangladesh here. That's not my point at all. But I do think that of all the 4 member nations, Bangladesh are probably the worst for putting pressure on themselves. I genuinely believe that of all of the 4 member nations, they are the ones that if you put them in a position where they're under pressure, they're the quickest to collapse. We're right behind them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that West Indies aren't also in that conversation, but I don't think we're as bad as Bangladesh. How was I so confident that if you take out 3 Bangladesh wickets, they'll just succumb to the pressure that they're under? Then it's West Indies, and then it's probably Pakistan. I think us 3, even more so than Zimbabwe and Ireland, I'd say Bangladesh, West Indies, then Pakistan are the worst at coping with pressure. Like, they'll just collapse like a pack of cards or a house of cards, whatever you want to call it, once they're significantly under the pump. But I've always thought that Bangladesh are the worst 4 member at just being like, oh, snap, we're in trouble. We're all out. Like, just quick time. I say that like they could go on to win this match. I mean, it's only 42 for 4. But since the first wicket fell, you've kind of got the feeling that more are going to fall. Anyways, end of the power play, 42 for 4 after 6. To put this in perspective, West Indies were 35 without loss after 6. So as I was saying, when West Indies were batting, as 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 critical as some of you were being about how King and Athanaze were batting, I kept stressing we don't know how this pitch is going to play until I said it looks more difficult than it looks on TV, right? It's something. This is why that's why it was so critical to have someone like Tawhid in Bangladesh for the ODI series, because sometimes you can watch a game on TV and go, "Wow, why is King only 33 or 36?" But the pitch might be more difficult than we realize on TV. And what was quite interesting is that when Rovman was interviewed at halftime, Rovman said, "This pitch is hard to get in on." And he says, once you're in, but it's hard to get in on. And that's why sometimes, like when you look at King's innings of 33 or 36, it's not as bad as now. Look at how Bangladesh have done. That 33 or 36 was a poorly timed innings. King was never really truly in, but it's a better innings than he was given credit for, given how Bangladesh have now played on this innings. You can't just get in and try hit your way out of getting in. You still got to respect the pitch, right? So I think Bangladesh have been they've been the architects of their own downfall in some regards on this wicket by trying to go too hard too soon. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I say, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just some big mouth, loud mouth from London, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but I just felt that some were overreacting to the nature of the wicket, or overreacting to the nature of King and Athanaze's innings and not assessing and waiting to see. But what about when Bangladesh come to bat? Who's in there? Sorry, Hridoy. Forgot he was still there. He swivels on that one, pulls it to mid wicket. 4-1. Bangladesh 45-4-4. Super chat from Pratya Kundu, who says, "Thank you, Windies, for making my childhood awesome. Gail, Pollard, Bravo, Russell, Narayan were more than cricketers for us. Good to see you guys bounce back. Best of luck for World Cup 27. What, the ODI World Cup? Wait, 27. The ODI World Cup. I hope we get there. Bangladesh might get there instead of us, but I hope we get there, yes. But thank you, Pratya. That's actually a very important comment you've made there, because sometimes, as West Indies fans, because we're so used to seeing our team be down bad and horrible, we forget how much the West Indies, I'll say it with chess, the West Indies are more appreciated as a brand and as an entity and as cricketers outside of the Caribbean than inside the Caribbean. And we sometimes forget how much people care about our cricket outside of the West Indies. And we're so insular. And because we're so insular about our own cricket, and that's just from island to island, never mind as a Caribbean collective, right? We're backwards in going forwards, and we forget that there's some serious love for our game outside of our own region and territory, more so than any other nation in the sport. No other nation gets the love that, no other full member nation gets the love that we get whenever we go around the world. Even though we're down horrendous, we still get the love for brand cricket, for brand West Indies. Anyways, let me update the score. No Handler 1493 says the Bangladesh middle order is very inconsistent. And he follows that up by saying the last ODI Bangladesh won is because the two openers fired on all their cylinders, middle order collapse. So yes, I think the point he's making is that you can rely, if the openers don't get off to a good start, I guess he's saying across all white ball formats, then Bangladesh's middle order, you can't rely on them to rescue the situation. What were West Indies at the halfway stage? I think we were 70 without loss, or was it 70 for one even? Pulled. Is that he hasn't caught all of that? Akeem O'Geese comes in off the square leg boundary for restricts that to one. I think we were 70 for 1 at the halfway stage. Yeah, so what's interesting, J. Luke, is that when you watch other teams play, West Indies is the team you're most likely to see people just wearing their merch as sorry, I'll come back to that. Yeah, West Indies is the team you're most likely to see people just wearing their merch, even if it's not their side, more so than India, Australia, England. You can go to any ground around the world and man will just be wearing West Indies merch just because it is legitimately everyone's second or most people's second team when it comes to international cricket. I should do watch-alongs more, I just don't really have time. I forgot that I sometimes enjoy watch-alongs. That one is pulled, and again, fielded by Kemo Geese on the square leg boundary, restricts it to 1. Bit of a goal slow going on for Bangladesh right now. I'm trying to check my emails to see what I was sent, see if it was Raunch. Down the ground, that should be 4. Yeah, that's a good shot there by Hridoy. Just connected with that beautifully timed, crunched it straight down the ground of Holder. A rare scoring shot in anger of Jason Holder. Holder had got to the grips with the length and pace needs on this pitch immediately. So that's a really good shot from Hridoy. Need more of those, Bangladesh. Holder pace off again. They want 2, and they'll get 2. That's good running. So 9 off that over. 9 off that over. Bangladesh 55 for 4 after 8. A reminder that West Indies was 70 for 1 off 10. But also a reminder that West Indies put on 63 runs in the final 5 overs. Jay says, no work today, Mash. It's half term in the UK. So obviously other countries don't do half term. So just to explain it to people, the way that school terms work in the UK is so you go back on like September the 1st and you work 7 weeks. And then after 7 weeks, you get a 1 week break. Some schools give 2 weeks break. So you get a 1 week break. Then you go back and you work the last 7 weeks up to Christmas, like the 20th of December or something. So that's how we do it in this country. You get every term. So the autumn term, you get a 1 week half term. The spring term, January to April, you get a 1 week half term. And then you get another one in the final summer term where you get a 1 week half term, or some get 2, and then you get the summer holidays. So I'm actually off all of this week. I say off, I've got work to do, but from a Caribbean Cricket podcast perspective, I'm actually off. So that's why, if you've ever wondered why sometimes on CCP there'll be some weeks where you just see me just dropping stuff, like every single day I'm just dropping stuff everywhere, it's because I'm not at work. So I actually have time to focus properly on the content. So this week, don't be surprised if you see more stuff from me. Well, that's why I'm doing a watch along, because I'm not at work. Not that means I'm doing one on Wednesday. Okay. Okay. Cool. So Adri the lefty, if you're still in the stream, I've just seen the email. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. When this is all done at some point, whether later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning, I'll reply to you. But I'm saying to you, bowled him! That's what I'm saying to you. I'm saying to you, he bowled him down. Carrie Pierre, Nurul goes back, bowls out his blood cleats, and Bangladesh are 57 for 5. West Indies are going to win this match. In fact, he wasn't even in. I don't even know if he inside edged it. I think he just bowled him down. It's a wicket for Frenchie. Bangladesh 57 for 5. I'm a one-man hype show, you know. This is why they should just this is why they should just get me on comms on TV, because I'd bring a different level of hype. There'd be no professionalism. It'd just be me going, bowled him, bowled down his blood, bowled him. Like, no professionalism. This is why you have to do watch-alongs. Because you actually get to talk how actual fans talk. Anyways, Bangladesh 57 for 5. Where's my whistle, actually? 1 second, people. Next wicket that goes, I'm blowing my whistle. See if I can find. It's in the next room, you know. You're lucky. Oh, is that what's? Oh, I've got another one. Yes. Next wicket that falls. Let me just. Oh, Bangladesh trying to get this game called off. Yeah. That's me. Next wicket that falls. Just testing out my whistle. Yeah, this is nice. This whistle's a nice one. Okay. So wait, Bangladesh really trying to lock off the lights so they don't lose. Okay. I see what they're doing here. Panda Steph says, "Don't blow a whistle into the mic like that." All that's gonna make me do is blow my whistle again because I'm unruly. I'm fully unruly. Okay, a couple of super chats to get through. Did I do all the super chats from earlier? I can't remember. Oh shit, I didn't. I missed this one as well. Sorry. Keshan Algu. Sorry, I must have missed this one. Keshan. Anyways, I said it once already. He says, funny how spot on you always get it on your predictions. Not all the time, but I reckon I get, with West Indies, I reckon 80% of the time I'm right. Those of you who watch our stuff more frequently maybe say, nah, Machel, you're reaching there. But definitely over 50%. I'd say at the bare minimum, I'd say 75% of the time I'm right when I say what's going to happen to West Indies. But granted, I did say yesterday that I thought that Bangladesh were favourites for this T20 series. But the caveat I said was, if they put up a pitch similar to the one that was in Dhaka, then Bangladesh win the series. But to be fair, the pitch isn't mud for a start, so it's not a similar pitch. And it's a bit true. Well, it's not a bit. It's more true than the pitch in Dhaka was. So that immediately levels out the sides. If Bangladesh are unwilling to put up a ranked turner or a slow, low turner, then it helps West Indies. So yeah. Run rate is currently up to 9.58. Oh, pushes him back and defended. Well bowled, Frenchman. Tave CC says, I'm from Kolkata, India, and the first international cricket match I ever saw was West Indies versus England, and it was such a delight to watch the Englishmen lose. KKR owes a lot to Gale, Russell, and the Ryan. Wins is my second team in every tournament. Big up Tave CC. So many people. Who else is watching this who isn't from the Caribbean, who has West Indies as their second team, and why? But big up Tave CC. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Much respected. Respect due. Keshan says, Mash, do a side-by-side pick of the ODI wicket versus this one. Huge difference. I'm not technologically advanced enough to do a side-by-side, but my good friend Trini Werewolf. Let me just put out the werewolf call, because usually when you call Trini Werewolf, he appears. So I'm just going to put out the Trini Werewolf call, and he's probably the guy that can do it, and he'll send me a link. 1 minute. Hold on a minute. Before what the Hold on, I'm going to put out the call in a minute. So there's a few issues with the lights. Because of that, they're taking an early drinks break. Bangladesh trying their best to get this match abandoned. In the meantime, let me put out the call to Trini Werewolf, who will be able to do a side-by-side picture of me, and then I'll be able to put it up for you lot. 1 second. Okay. What the flip is happening to my stream? Let me put out the call for Trini Werewolf. Trini Werewolf, I am calling you. He shall appear very, very soon. Right. Okay. Right. My stream has just got. I don't know what's happened to my stream. Nothing's happening. Hold on, people. What's going on right now? Thing is, we've already had 5 overs, so it can't be match abandoned. It's just West Indies win, right? Let me look at my stream to see what's going on. Oh, it's because my headphones, the Bluetooth has died. There was me thinking my stream was dead. Hold on, people. I just need to go and charge my. I need to go and get a different. I need to go and get a different. Bear with me, people. I need to get something different here. 1 sec. I need to get my things. I can see that Trini Werewolf has appeared though. So let me just let me. You can watch this in the meantime.
Any more questions? No. Well, firstly, it certainly looks a different surface than Mirapura's. Again, you still have to assess every time you play on certain conditions. You got to assess every single time. But having looked at it yesterday, it looks like a different surface to Dhaka. But like I said before, you still have to assess. Rashad, he exploited those conditions in Dhaka. He saw it was a spinner-friendly conditions, and he put the ball in very good areas and made it challenging for all of our batters. But again, new series, new surface, same goals. So we just gotta learn from the mistakes that we would have had in the ODI series. I don't think the surface would play as similar, but again, if it does, we still have some of those learnings from the last series.
So do you think it is a brand new series for you? And the other one, what are we expecting from this wicket, actually, surface?
The thing, it looks good. If you look at it, just the eye test is past the eye test, and I would say every time I come to Chittagong, it's pretty good pitch to bat on as a batter. So I would say it looks like a good one, but like I always say, you have to assess whenever you come. You have to see what it's likely going to be like through the innings. If it's going to change, if you think it's going to spin a bit more near the back end, if you think it's going to slide on in the end. So all these things we have to think about.
Yes, people, I'm back. Sorry, I had to get new headphones on because the other ones had died, hence why I couldn't hear anything. So we're back. We're back. I don't know what the floodlight situation is saying. Right, Trini Werewolf, he has answered the call. Trini Werewolf, the people are saying, can you make an image of the pitch, of the pitch in... Hold a minute. There is actually a floodlight delay. I've wasted all my time. Let me bring back that Shea Hope interview again. People, there's a floodlight delay. They're trying to sort something out. Trini Werewolf, if you can you put a side-by-side of the pitch in Dhaka versus the pitch in Chattogram? Then send it to me, and then I'll put it up on the screen. That's only if you've got time, but people requested you. And just like Joe Hendry, you appeared once I did the werewolf call. So it looks like there's an issue around the floodlights. I'm going to play the rest of that Shea Hope interview, which is the pre-match interview yesterday, whilst I wait for some updates as to what's going on.
And then the assessment period comes in there.
Shane, you also told that it was a different wicket from Mirpur, and also record is in cover of this 10 out of 8 BPL highest score is happening here. So it must be challenging for your bowlers. What will you told your bowlers to do here? What will be your message to the bowlers?
Well, consistency is key. It's important for us to hit the areas that we plan. We plan a lot, but if the execution isn't there, then the plans basically go out the window. So it's just about believing in the skill sets that we have, because all the bowlers have been bowling very well over the last few years. It's just about getting that consistency and being more ruthless with their lines and lengths and making it more challenging for the opposition batters wherever we play.
Yeah. Recently, things haven't gone too well for your team in T20s, like back-to-back defeat with Nepal and Pakistan series defeat. Then on the other hand, Bangladesh is playing really well in the T20 format. So do you think it's difficult for your team to bounce back from this situation?
Of course, anytime you cross the line, you got to believe that you can win. And yes, I just want to say let's leave that in the past, because if we continue bringing up the past with certain things, then we would be the defending champions, because we won the first two World Cups. So it's about learning from the past, using the experiences that we would have had, and then making sure that when you cross that line for West Indies, regardless of what's happening, you got to believe that you can beat any opposition.
Now, what's the question you had?
What do you think about your strength when you play against Bangladesh, who played very well last couple of series, and your team is not up to the mark right now? You told before that you are hopeful for a good comeback. So
Yeah.
what is the main strength of your team against this Bangladesh?
Well, I can't really single out a strength, but I believe if you really look at the depth that we have currently, it would be in our batting. So I think the power that we have, that we possess in our batting line, that certainly goes, elite standard. But it's always not about what the names look like on paper, it's about the performances that you put out there. So regardless of the big household names that we would have in our squad.
Right, we're back. We're back. Looks like the floodlight issue has been sorted. So people, I better give you a heads up. In 40 minutes, I have to go. Regardless of the state of the match, I'm going. I've got a meeting that I've got to go to. So hopefully West Indies have wrapped it up by then. If it turns out that I have to leave, before the match is over, let me just say from now, thank you to everyone who logged in at any point during the course of this live watch along. Right. Basically, Bangladesh, we're into the bowlers already now. So Tanzim is at the other end. Hridoy is still on strike, 21 off 18. And Romero Shepherd is bowling. They should have had two there, but they only take one. Shepherd into his second over. I didn't even realise he'd bowled one. Shepherd set the tone for this with his great catch. Who was it that got rid of Tanzim? Was it Seals? It was Seals, yeah. Sorry, correct, yeah. Oi, run out. Oh, nearly. Bangladesh going nowhere here. Going absolutely nowhere. I'm trying to... It's not charging anymore. That's what's... Hold on, people. Situation going on here. I don't think this laptop is charging. So a mad thing going on for me right now. There we go. Right. Something's going on my laptop, but we move. You know when a match is over and we're just watching, but the match is actually over? Like we're just waiting for the match to officially end. 3 off this over so far. Romaro Shepherd. Bangladesh 62 for 5. And there's a fielder there at point. End of the 9th. Sorry, halfway stage. Bangladesh 63 for 5. West Indies were 70 for 1 at the halfway stage. Bangladesh are 63 for 5. Yeah, good point from Jay. Jay says, I like the fact that we won the toss and decided to bat. I agree. We're so used to West Indies only believing that they can chase that I think it was important for not for us to see per se, but definitely for the players to understand that you can win another way. Like you have to believe that you can put enough scoreboard pressure on to then restrict a side. So yeah, well done for the players themselves. Akil back in to bowl out. Tanzim in a portion of the bat down to deep square leg for 2. Pick up those people who have liked, shared, and subscribed. We've definitely had, can't give you the exact numbers, but we've definitely gained some subscribers during the course of getting catches the inner portion of the bat. Deep mid wicket will field that. They come back for only 1. What was I going to say to you? I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, no, we've definitely had some subscribers during the course of this particular live. So thank you to anybody who's pressed the subscribe button during the course of this. I forgot that Rishad Hussain is still there. He can definitely bat. So the fact that Tanzim has come in ahead of Rishad tells me that they think Tanzim, or maybe they just want a few quiet overs before they wanted to bring in Rishad. Fridoy, wristy hands, deep mid wicket. No, sorry, that's a lie. Mid on will field. For 1. Keel in again and again. Same area. Deep. Oh, no. Hold on. There's no one there. Oh, I thought there was somebody in that gap, but actually, skillful rolls of the wrists. And it's 4 runs for Tanzim. It wasn't Akil. It's actually, do you know what? All this time I've been like, oh, Akil saying to come to finish off his overs. It's Pierre who's bowling. 71 for 5 for Bangladesh. 2 balls left of the 11th over. And that one's fielded at cover, no run. One ball left. Or is it 2? No, 2. Yeah, 1 ball left. Fielded at cover, no run. 8 runs off the over. Bangladesh 71 for 5 after 11. Required run rate is 10.56. Let me see who has overs remaining to be bowled. Oi! Nearly catches him there. Too high. Leg by. Right, so looking at the rest of the overs left. So Keel's got 1. Surprised he's not already come back and bowled it, to be honest. Jason's got 2. Romario's got 2. Pierre's got 1. So that's what, 2, 4, 6. Jaden's got 3. Okay. Osprey says, West Indies are going through the motions here, but I'd like to see them keep the intensity up. There's a chance to be ruthless, and they should take it because they won't get it against good teams. Yeah, I hear that. I do feel like the game is just now meandering in so much as West Indies, I assume, are like, okay, we can win this. And they kind of know that all the while they can restrict Bangladesh to 6 or 7 and over, that the pressure will get too much of Bangladesh. But I guess Osprey's point is that they'd like to see West Indies like really squeeze this and bowl Bangladesh out for under 100 or something like that. That one's short, and Hridoy turns that round the corner, but Orgis is at backward square leg, fields deep backward square leg for 1. 3 off the over so far. Super chat from Pratea, who says, absolute same story as Tave. My first ever match was also the 2016 T20 World Cup final between West Indies and England. The streets of Kolkata celebrated the West Indies' win as our own. It was crazy. Big ups. Yeah, that's for certainly for the new generation of West Indies fans. That was the last great thing it looks like we'll ever do in terms of winning a global title. So yeah, that was amazing. I can't even try and lie. That was just amazing. Chopped in the air or chipped in the air again. Orgis, he's been in the... Every time I look at Orgis, he's fielding something. Again, deep backward square leg, fields, 1, 4 runs off the over. Chatil says, do you think removing Powell as captain was the right call? Only Sammy knows what he was doing with regards to that. I guess... Let's see how we do at next year's World Cup. I think that's the time to decide whether it was the right call or not. But if we're talking purely in terms of Seals in again, works it. Hridoy works. He wants 2. They're coming back for 2. Oi! Did I hit someone? Or was it just a bad throw? the hell happened there? There was a run-out opportunity there. Seals ran back to the wicket, to his popping crease. Oh, he just didn't take it. He didn't gather it in. If he'd gathered it in, it's a certain run-out. Goes through his fingers. It was a certain run-out if he'd collected it. There wasn't two anyways. Hridoy, in fact, no, it was Tanzim running to the non-striker's end, so Tanzim escapes. Still only 6 off the over, though. The run rate continues to creep up. Bangladesh need a boundary of this ball here because every over that only goes for 6 or 7 is just becoming too much of an ask for them. I think, who's this? Hridoy's on strike. Hridoy will know I need a big shot here, but it might not be a ball that he can hit a big shot. Goes for it. Goal! Takes it at the second grab. I was about to say he dropped it. Hridoy, it's Akil Hussain. Hridoy went for the big shot, caught the splice of his bat. Akil Hussain was at short, fine leg, juggled it, looked like he dropped it, and then as he's falling, takes it with his other hand. And Bangladesh have lost their 6th wicket. It's a good catch after a bad drop. I say drop after a bad attempt to catch it. Hridoy goes for 28. Pressure bus pipe. And Bangladesh are 77 for 6. Seals gets his second. Hridoy goes for 28. The Bangladesh DJ is playing... What's that band called again? Where's the Western Europeans? Who sings this again? Best days of our lives. Who sings that? What white boy band sings that? Oh, but that never changes. Oh, it was the best days of our lives. The summer of 16. Who sings that? And more importantly, why is that being played in Bangladesh? Which white boy band is this? Who knows? Who knows? It's one of them dangerous white boy bands. Who sings this? Oh, it's Bryan Adams. Right, Zachariah Ali says it's Bryan Adams. What the hell is Bryan Adams being played in Chattogram right now? Between Bangladesh and West Indies, Bryan Adams is the soundtrack. Jaja. That's the most bizarre thing of the whole day. Big up Bryan Adams, though. Bryan Adams, there's not a 1980s film montage without a Bryan Adams song, you know. You know them 1980s montages? Bryan Adams dominated them. Oh, yeah, that one keeps low. Fielded at deep mid-wicket for 1. Right. 1 second, people. Werewolf has sent me the picture. Let me save this. Save the image. Let's see if I can do this. People, I don't know if this is going to work, you know. Let's see if I can. So, people, I'm trying to. Somebody asked me for something, and now I'm trying to do what they asked me for. It's moving mad for me right now. I wonder if I can. Let's try and see if I can open this in the browser. Okay. Save image as. Is this a web file? Here we go. Here we go. Don't worry, people. I'm coming back to you. Somebody asked me for something, and I'm working on it. Werewolf has come through. Right, here we go. I think I've got it, people. One sec. I've got it for you now. This is why I love the CCP community. I did the werewolf call, put in a request, and look at this. Werewolf has come through. Look at this, people. So, where's the thing? The blood. There we go. So somebody said, Mash, can you put up a picture of the ODI pitch? Oi, goes for the French cut, no run. Can you put up a pitch of the third ODI in Dhaka versus what we're seeing in the T20 today in Chattogram? And there you have it, people. Look at that CCP community coming through for you. Big up Werewolf. Werewolf answered the call, gave you the image, and we've managed to give you what you wanted within 20 minutes. That CCP, no one does it like CCP. Big up Trini Werewolf with the GIF there. So there you go. I'm going to leave that up for a while, actually, because I think that's quite pertinent in terms of showing the nature of what we're playing on today, which makes it all the more inexplicable why Bangladesh are 80 for 6. It's not an 80 for 6 wicket, but it is a pressure bus pipe. It's definitely a pressure bus pipe wicket. Right, Akil Hussain, his spell is done. 4 overs, 2 for 22 from Akil Hussain. 4 overs, 2 for 22. 2 wickets, both in the power play. Really set this game up for the West Indies. Bangladesh 80 for 6 of 13. Romario Shepherd in for his third over. Goes short. Is that going to be called a wide? Yes, it is. Yeah, I think it's a good point from Zachariah. Down the ground. Is he connected with enough? No, it's well fielded by, I think, Jason Holder. Or is it Rothman Powell down there at log on? Yes, Rothman, 2 runs. So Zachariah says, why does Romario bowl so well when he's not under pressure? As soon as he's under pressure, he folds. Yeah, I think there's some validity in that. He's sports psychologist. West Indies don't have a sports psychologist, so you know. Fireball's got to go and get ready. I think he's got an exam. Big up Fireball. Go and get ready and take care of yourself. Oh, that one straight through Tanzim. No run. Simon says, who bowls the death overs, assuming we get there? Jaden's got Jason Holder will bowl 2, you'd assume. Jason's got 2 left. Seals has got 2 left, and Shepherd has 1 left. After this over. So you'd assume it goes between them. Chase hasn't bowled today, I just realized. Oh, it's a big shot. That's a 6. Tanzim connected with that sweetly over deep mid wicket. 6 runs. First boundary in about 17 balls. Shepherd lost his length. Was a slot delivery. So low full. No, it wasn't a low full stop. Just lost his length. Excuse that. Inside edge for Tanzim. Follows up the 6 with a 4. Hold on a minute. Shepherd went wide. I'm not sure why he went wide. There's goes super fine for 4. 13 off the over for Shepherd. Bangladesh needs 73 from 38. Only a West Indian fan would think that we can lose from here. Full. Mario Shepherd has gone for... Bangladesh needs 69 from 37. $97 for 6, cuz. What's... Shepherd still has one more left. Jaja. So what's that? 1? Jaja. 98 for 6 after 14. What did Shepherd go for? 10, 14, 15, 17, 18. 18 runs Romaro Shepherd off that 14th over. That's him done. We don't want to see him bowl again. We don't want to see him bowl again for the rest of this match. He's got one more over left. We can't see him bowl again. So we got 6 overs to go. Pierre's got 1. Seals has got 2. Holder's got 2. That's 5. You might have to bring Roston Chase in here because you can't go back to Romario after that. Do you bowl Roston for 1 and then ask Seals, Holder, and Pierre to see out the other 5? That last 5 overs from West Indies might actually end up being the difference maker here. Remember, we made 63 from the last 5. Bangladesh, in terms of runs scored, who's bowling this? Pierre. No run. Good start. So Tanzim is 31 from 22. So in terms of runs scored, Bangladesh are level pegging with West Indies. The difference is Bangladesh have lost 6 wickets. And West Indies had a superb final 5. West Indies are still favourites here, but we're West Indies. Anything could happen. Oh, beats him outside the off stump. Well bowled by the Frenchie. No run. 1 good over puts us back in the ascent. Well, we're already in the ascendancy, but 1 good over releases the nerves that West Indies fans will have. I've got to go in 18 minutes. Look at these guys trying to... Down the ground. But he doesn't time it properly. They only get 1. Jason Holder fields that a long on. Dhruv says there's 2 right-handers on strike, so it's not ideal to bowl Chase. Your best bet is to save Romario for the last over and be optimistic that the match is already over and that basically Romario can't lose it by that stage. If we go with that strategy, I don't disagree with you, Dhruv, but if we go with that strategy and Bangladesh need 25 to win off the final over and Romario's bowling it, Bangladesh are favourites. Goes wide. Fetches it. 4. That's a good shot from Nassum, to be fair. Fetches it from outside off stump and is able to slap that down the ground for 4. Five off the over, 2 balls left. Gone big. Jesus Christ, 6. Are these men trying to lose the game? Oh, West Indies need a wicket, you know. West Indies need a wicket. $11 off the over. $57 off 31. Final ball of Pierre. Pierre bowls out after this. Is that wide? Oh, Jesus Christ. 12. 56 off 31. As if these men... Wide again. $55 off 31. Well bowled, to be fair. Dot ball. Right, that's the end of the over. So Carrie Pierre, 4 overs, 1 for 33. Bangladesh need 55 to win from 30 balls. Who's favourites from here? Both teams are dreadful, but who's favourites from here? Holder's got to come back in it. You've got to go to your senior bowler who you actually trust to understand the line that they need to bowl. Who's bowling? It's got to be Holder, yeah. So Holder comes back. Well bowled, Holder. 1 run only. $54 from 29. Any normal, rational cricket fan says, oh, yeah, West Indies win from here. But this is West Indies. If you're a proper West Indies fan, I know you're fretting like me saying we might lose this match. I've got to go in 12 minutes as well. That's the maddest thing about all of this. Is that taken? Is there anyone there? Is anyone there? No, there's no one fucking there. Where's the... What? How is there no one at long off? Why would he be up in the... 4 runs. Yorker, 1 run. Partnership is 40 from 24. Oh, well, he got away with it. Gets away with that. Mad full toss, gets away with it. That was a gimme. That was a gimme for Tanzim. That ball looked like it slipped out of Holder's hands. Gets away with it. I'm not even looking at the comments. I'm too stressed out here to be looking at comments. Holder in again. 3 balls bowled so far. Goes after it. Is there anyone there? Gone. Taken. Goes after it. Was short and wide. Holder wanted to suck Tanzim into it. Why for that? Wanted to suck him into it. Holder does the jig and dance. Roston Chase was out there at deep point. And this was always going to be the issue for Bangladesh. Yes, they're scoring runs, but you've only got 6 wickets. Sorry, you only got 4 wickets remaining. It brings in the element of risk. You can't just keep going for big shot after big shot. 3 wickets left. Now I can look at the comments. The fielding's been one of the differences between the two sides, by the way. Bangladesh put down some catches, were sloppy in the outfield. West Indies, to give them their due, have been good in the outfield. They've not put anything down. They were sloppy in that final ODI in Mirpur or Dhaka, but now this Rishad Hussain guy can bat. This Rishad Hussain can bat, so all is still. We just need some discipline. That's why he brought Holder back. Holder will also, so what? Holder's bowled 16th. That means Jaden will bowl 17th. Wait. No. Wait, this is the 16th. So there's still 4 overs left. Who's bowling the rest? Oh, no. Shepherd's going to have to bowl another one at some point, you know. That means they're going to have to go Jaden 17th, Holder 18th, Jaden 19th. Slower ball, York. Slow, low full toss. Slow ball, low full toss. They want 2. Should only have been 1. They get 2. That's good, but that's good running, to be fair. Right, so that's the end of the over. 8 runs, 1 wicket. Bangladesh needs 47 from 24. My issue is Jaden Seals has 2. Where are they going to put Romario Shepherd's last over? That's my issue. For me, it can't be Seals and Shepherd back to back. But at the same time, I'd rather have Holder at the death than Shepherd at the death. They have to think carefully about what they do here. Do they dare give Roston a bowl? Or is it too late now? There's only 4 overs left. Is it too late to bowl Roston Chase? Where are they going to put Shepherd's over? Seals, it makes sense that Seals get 17. I've got no issue with that. So Seals is going to bowl the 17th. Seals is going to bowl the 17th, but look at us all. Am I the only one who's panicking about where Shepherd bowls? Or is everyone else like me? Well bowled, Seals, full and nothing on it from Nassam. Can I just check? Is it just me? Or is there any other West Indian fan panicking saying, boy, where are they going to bowl Romario Shepherd's final over? I'm panicking, cuz. How can we all in unison be like, boy, where's they going to bowl that Shepherd over, cuz? Anyways, that first ball was a dot by Jaden Seals, so that's good. Nassam is on strike. Nassam's looking for a big shot. He wants same kind of delivery, Jaden. Nassam climbs into it. 1 bounce 4. Feel like Rovman could have dived maybe there. 1 bounce 4. 43 from 22. Feel like Rovman could have dived or something, man. Like, or am I being harsh? Good ball. Good ball. Yes. Like that one, Jaden. Yes. Pace on it. Wide outside your stump. Nassam tried to back away. And that was his ill doing there, because Jaden bowled that with some serious heat wide outside your stump. I'll take that. Dot for dot. Follow it up now with a dot or a single, Jaden. What you got for me? Look at West Indies making me panic. 5 minutes left of this live, by the way, people. I've got to go to a meeting in 5 minutes. So, oh, boy. Down the ground. Oh, gone. Bat. Bat. Pop, 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 pop. Powell takes that outside the boundary rope, chucks it in. No, takes it inside the boundary rope, chucks it in because his momentum was going over, and Jason Holder takes the relay catch. Seals takes a wicket. More good fielding from the West Indies. That has been one of the biggest differences between the two sides. Not just the back 5 overs, the fielding. West Indies have been brilliant in the outfield. They've not dropped anything. A rare, excellent fielding performance from the West Indies. It's a bare minimum we should expect from them. Fielding should never be something we compromise on. 123 for 8. Bangladesh need 43 from 20. We still can lose. We still can lose this. Don't sit comfortable just yet, West Indies fans. We need at least one more. We need one more, and then I'll relax. Because remember, Romario Shepherd could lose. If Romario Shepherd has to defend 43, he could lose the game for us. So it's not over yet. Right, Taskin Ahmed into bowl, and more importantly, he's on strike. So Rishad Hussain, we know Rishad Hussain can be... We know Rishad Hussain can be destructive, but he's yet to really get on strike. Who the hell has sent me this? No. So 43 from 19. Right, final ball of Jaden Seals' third over. Oh, yeah, it pops up. They'll take it. Well, I'm surprised Rishad let him take that single, because it leaves Taskin on strike for the next over. Surprised they took that. If I'm Rishad, I'm backing myself to be on strike for the next over. Now, who bowls it? Who bowls it? I don't think it can be Romario Shepherd. I think it has to be Jason. Keshan says the ICC needs to regulate pitches. Insane that you can have 2 pitches in the same country look like that. It just begs the question. Yeah, actually, Keshan's got a point here, in so much as the thing it makes people think is one of those 2 pitches has to have been deliberate, I guess, is the way I'd look at it. Right, so Jason Holder will bowl the 18th. I'm supposed to go, people. Like, I'm actually supposed to go. Sorry, people, I'm going to have to go. Just realised the time. That one's dabbed around the corner. Bear with me, people. I'll come back on screen in a sec. Sorry, I'm back. 37 from 16. Rishad Hussain just hit a 4. He's now on strike. I have to go. So in a minute, I'm going to go, people. But I'm just setting up the call for where I need to go to. Once I've set that up, I'm gone. Right, Rishad Hussain, it's all on him. If we get him out, I think we win. But this guy can hit some 6s. Next one goes big. Is it down the ground? Pop, 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 pop. Holder gets the wicket. Rishad Hussain is out. Bangladesh 129 for 9. Holder 3 for 24. People, I'm out of here. I've got a meeting at 1:30. Listen, people. Thank you to everybody who's been in on the live. I can now leave. The reason I was debating is because I'm like, boy, West Indies could still lose this one, but I can safely say that West Indies are going to win this match. So it allows me to now leave and go to my meeting. Thank you to everybody who joined the watch along today. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. You don't know already how I do. I love to bring some jokes and some laughter whilst also celebrating West Indies win. Sometimes people think that I don't want to see West Indies win. Listen, I love it. I love it when we get a W. It makes me feel good inside. So all of you, all West Indian fans, pump up your chest tonight. We got this one. We go 1-up in the series. Maybe Santoki and I will do a summary later tonight. I'm not sure. I'll try and do a watch along on Wednesday. I don't know if I've got time to do it or not. If there's enough clamour for me to do it, I'll try and do one. But big up everybody who joined in. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the super chats. I've been Machel St. Patrick here at 1/2 the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. Big up yourselves, people, and we'll be back very, very soon.
West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.